Percent of African Americans have type O blood. Join us for the Buzz and Black Family Reunion Blood Drive at the Corinthian Baptist Church, Thursday, August 13th from noon till 6. That's Thursday, August 13th from noon till 6 at the Corinthian Baptist Church. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule your blood donation appointment.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima's award-winning team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-685-5688. 800-685-5688. 800-685-5688.
Optima Tax Relief.
Actual client compensated for sharing their experience. Some restrictions apply. Visit OptimaTaxRelief.com for details.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy.
Wow, Charles Barkley?
I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Sure, Chuck. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for. Open 7 days a week.
Oh, can I use your ATM? My dog walker only takes cash.
Anything for a neighbor.
Can I try the catchphrase?
Sure, take it for a spin.
There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
Nice, Chuck. I'll take it from here. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bankguide for details. Capital One and a member FDIC.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
The Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council present the story of Tom and Levi.
Tom is the smartest man I know. He's been a professor at 2 major universities, been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, he told me that he was having problems in his classes. I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. And he was telling them that he was doing it as a favor to them, but I think in reality, he just wanted to get out of there. I was really starting to worry because I saw something was wrong.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me, and my love for him was just immense.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
We got out of Washington State, and I think a week after, state went on lockdown for COVID.
So then when we transitioned to Texas, it was very much so like, what are we going to do now?
Operation Homefront has allowed our family to make something of ourselves again in the world after military.
It's completely changed the way our life is. It took us from a hopeless situation, and now we're homeowners. We have a savings account. I'm the first one to own a home out of my siblings.
Visit OperationHomefront.org to learn more.
At the YMCA, finding your why starts by making an impact together, touching lives for the better
It can be the gift of time or treasure, supporting a community through talent without measure. Here, compassion fuels commitment, finding fulfillment through enrichment, serving and improving. What a way to live, and what a gift it is to give. Find your why and get involved today at ymca.org for a better us.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
12:30 a.m. WDBZ, Cincinnati, an Urban One station. Listen online on thebuzzcincy.com. We are 1230 The Buzz, the home of the Lincoln Ware Show.
Cincinnati's Evanston neighborhood was the scene of an overnight shooting. Police say a person was shot shortly before 12:30 a.m. near Xavier University at a location on Dana Avenue. The victim's injuries are described as non-life-threatening. Prosecutors are filing charges against a suspect in a 2017 Cincinnati murder. 50-year-old Anthony Gray was fatally shot on the city's South Fairmount neighborhood during what investigators say was a drug deal. 26-year-old Deontay Wilson has now been charged with Gray's killing. Wilson is already in prison, serving time after having been convicted of another killing. In northern Kentucky, the Boone County Sheriff's Office is continuing to investigate a Sunday evening accident involving a bicyclist and a truck. The pickup was towing a boat when reports say that the driver tried to go around 2 cyclists and misjudged the distance, hitting one of them. The victim's injuries are described as life-threatening. The Reds will be looking to break out of a 3-game slide when they take on the White Sox tonight in Chicago. The Sox are coming off back-to-back wins over Cleveland. First pitch in the Windy City tonight is at 7:40. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
The Lincoln Ware Show is on.
In 3, 2, 1.
Now.
Right now.
Now.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane. Lincoln, 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 Bobingan, Bonana, Pineapple, Fingan, Feed, Fine, Momingan, Lincoln.
They say this cat Lincoln is a bad mother. I'm just talking about Lincoln.
Good morning, Cincinnati. Welcome to 1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, the Lincoln Ware Show, till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And I believe the coroner is getting ready to have a press conference on the Michael Evans case, Michael Evans Ellis case, the little 7-year-old kid who was found murdered in Oakley. Yes, found dead in Oakley. And they'll talk about that. And boy, I tell you, there's no telling what she's going to say happened to this kid before things happen. Yes. Trying to see what what they're saying here. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's see what else is happening. There's been another hanging of a black person in Mississippi. I just don't understand. When are they going to stop hanging people in Mississippi? And they say a person of interest has been questioned after the woman was found hanging from a tree. What is going on? And where's Mississippi James when you need him? Where is he when you need him? But I don't know. It's they need to stop hanging black folks in Mississippi. It's 2026, not 1966 or 56. They were doing it more in 56 than 66. I do believe. They were still doing it. Let's see what else is happening. Oh, yeah,
those of you that as long as I have.
Oh, the coroner. Let's go to the coroner and find out what she's saying about the
we always
autopsy.
say that we expect the worst, but sometimes I was when we were notified on Thursday, and I was thinking about Marcus Feisel, who had just been 20-year anniversary, I think, the day before, and this just felt so similar. It was a little scary, and we knew what to expect. Put your emotional armor on and walk in, but there are some things that you can't protect against. And I remember opening the door, and I was very grateful for homicide, for being the detectives and the CIS people they were amazing, very professional, very thorough. And I think I opened the closet door and just froze for a while. And they were very patient. But cause of death for this little boy was blunt trauma to the head. And he did have a number of other injuries. He had a comminuted supracondylar fracture of the distal humerus. And then he had bruises that were too numerous to count and of various ages. We don't know all the circumstances. Yes, I know you already have information that he was bound, and yes, he was bound when we found him. And as far as I know, the investigation is still going on. I know there were some arrests. I don't know anything about the arrests or the people that were arrested. There were no other children found in the house, just him. And we thought he had been there for at least a day. So other than that, I don't have a presentation for you. I don't have photos. We don't do it's too graphic, and we don't want to do that to anybody, especially out of respect to his grandparents. But I can answer some limited questions because it's still an ongoing investigation. So other than that, I really didn't have any more to offer you. We can get you that information in the form of an email. And as far as any other details in the autopsy, they're not really that relevant to his cause of death.
Dr. Smoko, do you think the homicide took place in that house?
It's really hard to tell, and I think that's something that Cincinnati Police is going to have to investigate. When we were there, we found little bits of evidence that we collected, but nothing to indicate a major trauma scene in the rooms that we were in, but we didn't look at all the rooms. So I know Cincinnati Police and CIS were being much more thorough. They covered floors that we did not go into.
Dr. Smargo, can you describe where that blunt force trauma occurred on the head, and do you know what the murder weapon was?
No, there are, as far as the murder weapon, there are some things that we're looking into that could possibly represent the murder weapon. As far as on the head, there were a number of different areas on the head.
When you say he had been there for at least a day, he had been dead for at least a day, or he had been in the closet found for at least a day?
We think probably dead for about a day.
Can you talk more about what that humerus fracture means to a layperson?
It's an acute fracture, meaning it was a new fracture, and it takes a fair amount of force to cause that kind of a fracture. And and the bones were separated, to put it in layperson terms.
Can you talk about the overall health of this child? Did they look malnourished? Were they, underweight, that sort of thing?
He actually was in the 50th percentile for weight and height, and he looked fairly well nourished, so we don't think he was malnourished.
You mentioned bruises of varying stages. Do you know, I know Cincinnati police said in court they believe he was being abused for at least 2 months. Is that your belief as well?
It would have been over, some of the bruises are older than others, so I couldn't give you a date exactly or a time period, but over a period of time.
Was the trauma on William's body standard with those of physical abuse, or did the markings suggest a pattern or a specific purpose behind torture?
I don't know how to answer a specific purpose for torture. Because I can't think of anything like that for a 7-year-old. There wasn't any particular pattern.
One example might be, was the mouth taped when he was bound to keep him quiet or anything like that? And
that was not.
Can you go into a little bit more about the binding? Was it his entire body? Was it just the wrists and the ankles?
Well, that's getting into a lot of detail that that I think we're probably going to keep out of the public eye for now. He was bound, and so that he couldn't move. But no, he did not have any tape over his mouth.
Cincinnati police also said there was water torture involved. Did your office find any signs of that? I don't know how they would...
We're still doing some testing on his lungs, so don't have an answer yet for you.
You were inside that home. Was there anything that you saw that was irregular or might have given way?
All right, that was the Hamilton County coroner. And she's laying out the details of the murder of the 7-year-old Michael Evans Ellis in Oakley. 3 people have been charged in his death. And what a gruesome story there. Jeez. How could you do a 7-year-old like that? That just... People have lost their minds in this world today. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. There's a lot of other things going on, but we thought we'd let you hear what the coroner had to say. And, boy, what gruesome details. And they won't tell you everything that was going on. But he was probably dead for a day, she explained, and boy. And did you hear the 911 call that they made? She was made to say that the kid was in the house, gave the address and everything. And when the cops arrived there, they were talking about in the attic. And then the lady said, are there attics in an apartment? She was wondering, what is this? But anyway, they found the kid bound and dead, and like the coroner said, been dead for a day. Many, many bruises, some older, some newer, and maybe some water torture that went on. How can you do a kid like that? Man, I tell you. All right, some other news going on in the county. Hamilton County's visitor economy. Get this, man. These are people that came into the county of Hamilton, and they stayed downtown. They stayed in the suburbs, but they came here as visitors to Hamilton County. They had a $7.4 billion economic impact, fueled by $4.5 billion in direct visitor spending, based on the latest tourism economics analysis. So that's something else, man. They've been doing a heck of a job down at Visit Cincy. My good friend Dina Brewer, and of course the CEO of Visit Cincy, Julie Kirkpatrick. And they've been doing a great job down there. bringing in billions of dollars to Hamilton County. And if you take away all those visitors and they didn't come to town, it would take like a $1,000, I think it's like $1,500 per person to make up for all the money that they're bringing in. Per person in Hamilton County, $1,500 or so to make up for all that. That's a lot of money. So hats off. They said they bring in 48,000. They said direct visitor spending in Hamilton County rose 2.7% from the previous year and supported 48,365 full and part-time jobs, according to the community announcement. Tourism also generated more than $1 billion in federal, state, and local tax revenue. Yeah. That's just in tax revenue from the taxes on hotels and food and stuff like that. All right, so we're bringing in some money. Now we need is that arena to bring in more money. I'm always talking about that arena. It's going to happen one of these days. Somebody's going to come up with some money and say, let's build the arena. And if it's anybody other than the lenders and FC Cincinnati, it's going to be right where the Heritage Bank sits, I do believe. But if the lenders put their money in, it's going down there near TQL. Trust me. You got the money to spend, you can put it where you want to put it. That's the way things go. You got the money, you can say where it goes. Yes. All right. The port. We haven't heard much from the port lately, have we? Well, I tell you, they've been busy down in Sadamsville. And they've rehabbed some houses down there, and they're going like hotcakes. It's called a neighborhood revival in Sadamsville. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know anything about Sadamsville, but hey, it's right along the river there. That would be my only drawback, being close to the river and flooding. But apparently the houses are affordable, and everything in those houses that they rehabbed is new. Everything in those houses are new. They're just waiting for you to come and buy those houses. Yeah. The quick sales are answering what many involved in the project considered a fundamental question since the effort began. Would people buy homes in a neighborhood that has struggled for decades with decay and population loss? I guess the answer is yes. That's what Laura Bronner says. She's the president and CEO of the port, Laura Bronner. So they're fixing these homes up, and like I said, everything in these homes are new. Everything in the homes are new. And tell you what, wouldn't be a bad. One lady paid $175,000 for the home after qualifying under income restrictions attached to the program. The properties are available to buyers earning up to 80% of the area median income, roughly $80,000 annually for a family of four, or about $61,000 for a single-person household. So there you go, $175,000. The median home price in this area is $300,000. So they said public dollars help bridge the affordability gap. So with the help of public dollars, they're able to fix these houses up and sell them at a decent price. So if you're interested, you might want to call the port. They're still rehabbing houses and putting them up there. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back. 513-749-1230. I know a lot of people hate on the port. But sometimes they do some pretty good things for people to get into houses. You just have to take advantage of them. We'll take a break. We'll come back. 12:30, The Buzz.
Looking for a podcast that delves into the intricacies of love and relationships? Look no further than Dear Future Wifey.
All right. I thought that program was gone. Dear Future Wifey is back. Many moons ago, I used to hang out at the AMVETS down from there. Okay. In a year, those houses will look like a Section 8 hellhole. Now, why would you say that? I mean, these are people who want to have their own home, working hard, and on the regular market, they wouldn't be able to afford a home. And look, when you own it yourself, you take better care of it. So those houses won't look like a Section 8 hellhole. When you own it, when your name's on the store, you care a lot more. Simple as that. So they won't run them down like Section 8 housing. They won't do that. Mr. Ware, whatever happened to Jason Dunn? He played a key role at Visit Cincy. He just moved on and doing other things. He's out of Washington, D.C., I think, doing stuff in D.C., like on the national level. He had a lot to do with getting the Omegas here. Yeah. Who is this? How's that laser engraved key holder and marine item doing? Oh. You talking about this right here? Yes. Okay. It's doing great. And the key holder is at home. We're going to get some. Are we getting the rain yet? Looks like it's getting ready to get here. It's raining in Milford and Loveland, Norwood, and Cincinnati. Is it raining out there? Yeah, it's looking like rain. I meant to tell Sharon to let Bo out before it started raining. I wonder, did she? Sharon, if you're listening, let Bo out before it rains. Oh, boy. It's raining in Forest Park. It's raining in Westside. Pouring down here in Westchester. Raining in Evanston. There's a rainy night in Georgia. Seems like it's raining all over the world. How many times did I wonder? Well, it's raining everywhere. It's raining all over the world. I hope it's not raining Thursday. I'd like to go to the preseason game, but if it's raining, I'm not going. You know, if it's raining, not going. Tell Sharon to let Rick Jr. out, too. Brent, I tell you, you got a bunch of people hating on you. You got Lindsay hating on you, Brent, and Rick Jr. is going to be hating on you. And sometimes you have me hating on you, too. You just love people hating on you. Spoken like a true fair weather fan. It's preseason. It's not the real deal. It's preseason. Why would I get wet for a preseason game? Okay, what is the tailgating rule in Longworth? I don't know what the rule is. Whatever it is, it's not going to be like it used to be at Longworth. Assalamu alaikum, James Muhammad.
Jobs for someone with autism. Programmer. Teacher.
WIN by Autism Speaks helps businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
How about a healthcare worker?
To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win.
1230 The Buzz. Streaming live on your computer. Log on to thebuzzcincy.com.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Hit me. Maceo. Bring it up, Maceo. 1230 WDBZ, the buzz of Cincinnati. It just sounds like James Brown. All right, let's go downtown to the Crime Stopper headquarters and check in with Lieutenant Howard Grant, filling in for Detective Tiffany Green. Lieutenant Grant, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, but I'm thinking about taking over. I mean, I've been doing this for quite a few times.
No,
so
yes.
I'll make that decision later on.
Okay, yes. I mean, you've become a regular there.
That's right.
Who are we looking for today?
Today, Cincinnati police are looking for Nacia Howard. She is wanted for felony robbery. On August 6, 2026, the victim stated that Ms. Howard walked into a local community market and took 2 MXD cocktails and 2 Milwaukee's Best Iced beers without permission and payment.
Oh.
Ms. Howard also threatened to kill the owner and shoot up the store. Nacia Howard is a black female, 33 years old, 5'6", 230. Howard's criminal history includes domestic violence, criminal damaging, disorderly conduct. Nacia Howard was last known to live in the 2000 block of Millville Court in Millville. Cincinnati Police Department is also looking for Denny Lee Jackson. Mr. Jackson is wanted for felony forgery, felony tampering with records, and misdemeanor adult probation violation. Denny Lee is a white male, 61 years old, 5'10", 150 pounds. Denny Lee Jackson has an arrest history of drug and weapon offenses, falsification, and obstructing official business, and was last known to live on Harrison Avenue in Westwood. If anyone has information where police can find Nacia Howard or Denny Lee Jackson, please call Crime Stoppers at 513-352-3040 or submit a tip online at crime-stoppers.us. You can also go to p3tips.com to submit your anonymous tip.
All right. What kind of beer was that she was stealing there?
It's the good stuff. Milwaukee's Best Ice Beer.
Who would risk their freedom over Milwaukee's Best? Oh.
That's Lincoln's favorite. Yeah. Also, I will say, Lincoln, just because I know you, the last 2 days I've read off 2 people over 60 years old committing felonies.
Oh,
so
boy.
You need to be careful. You may need to watch you.
I tell you, normally you don't hear about people that old getting into trouble. You know what I mean?
You're supposed to get wiser as you get older, right?
Yes. But, geez, I tell you, she was going to beat up everybody in there or something, huh?
She got what she needed to drink, I can tell you that.
Man, and she's how? I talked 5 something and 2.
5'6", 230.
Woo, boy, she was a boatload there.
You said it, I did.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. You never know.
I will be here tomorrow.
Okay, all right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. All right, that's Lieutenant Grant. And, yeah, we ought to go out and have a few Milwaukee beers there, Terrence Howard.
No, not even if you're buying, Mr. Ware.
A little Milwaukee's Best. Yeah. All right. You know, I like, me, it's Little Kings and Blue Moon. Those are my favorite beers. Little Kings and Blue Moon. I usually drink the Blue Moon down at the stadium and with the little orange on it, you know. It's really good.
Oh, you're fancy. You gotta have orange on your. I want mine with the fruit.
That's how you drink Blue Moon with an orange. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so fancy.
That's
and your pinky up, right?
No. All right, let's take a break, and then we'll come back. 513-749-1230. That's my number. It's the Lincoln Ware Show. 1230, The Buzz.
1230 The Buzz wants you to buy Black 513. Black Americans have over $1 trillion.
That was funny. Milwaukee's best. I'm going to get me some of that Milwaukee's best. I don't care. Oh, man, that's funny.
Lincoln, it's raining. I think they meant to say raining. You meant to say raining. She said it's riding in Bond Hill. Okay, it's raining. I got you. Blue Moon. Yep. I got some thumbs up for Blue Moon. You get a 40 of that Milwaukee Best Ice there. You get a 40. Do people drink 40s anymore? They still drink 40s? Do they even sell 40s anymore? Maybe only in the black neighborhood you'll find a 40.
I don't know. I haven't had beer in so long or any alcoholic beverage in a long time, so I have no idea.
I don't know if they still sell 40s or not. I don't know. If they do, I can almost guarantee you it'll be in those little stores in the hood. Let me tell you. Concerned Sister V said Blue Moon is really good. Yeah. Valerie C said, love Blue Moon with an orange. Yeah. Malt liquor is Lincoln's favorite. No, that's not my favorite. Who used to advertise malt liquor? What star? Was it Coke 45 malt liquor? Was it, who was that?
Billy D.
Billy D. Williams. Yeah, Billy D.
Coke 45. Get you some Coke 45. Well, we thought that was the best thing on the planet just because of him. Yeah. You're the coolest cat on the planet if you're drinking Coke 45. Man, I tell you.
Oh, boy. Billy D. Williams. Coke 45 malt liquor.
Yeah.
Coke 45. Give me a 40 in it, Coke. Let me take a 40 home. Come on, shorty, give me a 40.
That sounds like something Twin would say.
Yeah, I know. Hey, shorty, how about a 40, mate? Unbelievable. James Muhammad says alcohol is toxic, it's poison, and eventually it breaks people down. It depends on if you drink a whole lot of it all the time. Methuselah used to drink wine. And how long did he live? Yes. And you see these people that's 100 years old, they always talk about, well, I take a little shot of bourbon every day or whiskey. They always say that. Those people who living to be 100 years old. MJ was on hold. He left, so you don't have to be on your toes today. And
MP?
I mean MP. MJ. MP.
I get a little worried when he calls in.
Yeah, the Blue Moon in the bottle or can is terrible. Get the draft only. Well, yeah, I only can find it in draft when you're out somewhere. If you want one at home, you have to go ahead and, it's not that bad. It tastes pretty close to the draft. The only thing I eat peach is ice cream. I'm pretty sure Crown Royal will come out with a peach. They already have peach. That's right. What am I thinking? They already have a peach. Yeah.
Or because when it comes to managing food allergies, we're all on the same team.
A public service message from Food Allergy Research and Education.
1230 The Buzz, WDBZ, a Radio 1 station.
.1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. So when Trump went on this international trip to meet with all the countries and everything, and they ended the ceasefire with Iran, and before he came, you know how they said he flew back in another plane? Well, they actually put him in one of those, they tried to fool the Iranians because they had him #1 on the hit list, and he was running scared. So they put him in one of those catering thing. You know how they bring all the food on the plane, and they raise it up to the door and run it up to the plane. You can't see. So Trump got in one of those, got out of Air Force One, and got into another plane. He slipped into the thing, and they moved him over to another plane, act like they were unloading stuff, and Trump was in there, and he got in the other plane. The reporters, they stayed on Air Force One. They thought Trump was on there, and he was gone. It's unbelievable. He's running from the Iranians. Running from them now. Yeah. Did a little switcheroo, because I don't think the Air Force One was equipped to deter the missiles if they had fired some missiles at him or something. And so they didn't want to take those chances, and they tricked everybody. Moved him out with the cargo. Jeez. He's running scared now. Running scared. But that was a good trick, though. Nobody would have ever known he would have come out in one of those and moved it to the next plane. They're showing it on CNN. They're showing the big thing moving up to the door and everything. Unbelievable. Yeah. Trump switched planes because of the Iran threat. And he got on a little small jet and came on back here to the United States. Well, I think he ended up getting on Air Force One in England. He switched back to Air Force One when they got to England. And so there you go. Somebody said, did they use a garbage truck to sneak him out? Oh, boy. Unbelievable. All right, let's go to John down in Florida. John, how you doing?
Good morning, Mr. Lincoln. Ware and the good people of Cincinnati. You're telling that story on Trump. Hey, did he tell the reporters to get off that plane?
No,
too?
I think the reporters stayed on. They thought he was still on the plane.
But if it was an assassinated attempt, you mean you don't tell the reporters?
Right.
You just let them fly off?
I guess they did, because I don't think they was able to get. He got on a real small jet. And I don't think they were able to get all the reporters on there. And then they would have known something was up. So they wanted to, you know.
So the reporter's going to be the sacrificial lamb.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Isn't
well,
that
I'm not surprised, because that's how he is anyway. He's a rat and a scoundrel. That's another story and another time. You know, before we get to this progressive party, and I'd like to hear your opinion on that, you know, I hope they find whoever slaughtered, tortured that child. I hope the truth comes out. And
well, we know they got 3 people who were living in the house, so one of those 3, or maybe all of them, participated in it. But they've got whoever did it in those 3 people.
Well, I'm going to try to follow Cincinnati's media and find. I'd like to know what possessed them to slaughter, torture. And you said they left them up in the attic? Am I
in a closet. In a closet. Yeah, in a closet. Bound. He was bound. Yes.
Wow. That's incredible. You know, Lincoln, I'm looking at the midterm election, and I'm also looking at future elections coming up.
Well, you're looking at them. Are you going to vote in them? You're looking at them. Are you going to vote?
Well, let's see. I'll give you my answer in a second. And I'm leaning more towards AOC. I'm leaning more towards that. But this progressive party is moving and shaking, and I like it because the young kids are following this progressive party. The mayor in New York, various squads, AOC and her squads. But I see a trend, and I think Sharpton had said something over the weekend about that progressive party. And
well,
he likes it.
They seem to be picking up a lot of steam, that's for sure.
Yes. So, you know, what do you think about it? Because I think people are not happy with the Democrat Party. It's going to be the same old, even if the Democrats get control of the House and the Senate in the midterm, which I don't think it's going to happen because Trump is going to steal it again. He's going to delete votes. That's already good. That's in the works, but let's see how this plays out. But if the Democrats do get it, the House and the Senate. Now, you know they're going to go for impeachment. Nothing's going to happen. It'll be a waste of time. It'll be a waste of time.
You won't get enough. You won't be able to get enough senators to vote Trump. You just can't have 51 to 49. That's not going to work.
Well, even if you get the senators, doesn't it go to the Supreme Court too? He's got control of that too.
I'm not sure if it goes. I think you have to be the Senate vote on a conviction, and if you're convicted, then you're out. I don't think the Supreme Court will have anything to do with it.
Okay. Well, but, I don't trust the Democrats, so I sense, and what I'm hearing here on the East Coast, is that Progressive Party is beating the drum and beating hard, and they're telling the Democrat Party machine, we're not having it, so you guys can lockstep with us or get out of the way.
Yeah.
I think these young kids are doing something. One final thing. How do you feel about the athletes and the entertainers across the country? Do you think they should take a knee or stand down? I mean, if they come for us next, they'll be coming for these athletes, which he will not go after the athletes, because if he want to risk his athletes and entertainers really shutting the thing down, because the athletes got a lot of power.
Yeah.
They can shut the whole
got
country
power,
down.
but I don't know if they, but they work for somebody. You got to always remember that they work for somebody, and the people you work for, they can do some damage to you if you go against what they want you to do. So look at Kaepernick. You see, he went against.
I remember that.
Look where he is now.
Yes. But he won that lawsuit.
Well, yeah, he won the lawsuit, but I think he would have probably much rather played football and made his money there instead of taking them to court, fighting in court, and getting the settlement and not being able to play again.
Well, Lincoln, we'll never know how much he made off the NFL.
No, we won't. We won't.
Big money for them to get him to step away, and he waited a year or two. And he tried to play again.
Yeah.
They paid him again just to walk away, get away. Because they said his arm was still good. He was in shape, and they still wouldn't let him play, so they had to pay him not to come back. So I see the Progressive Party moving and shaking, beating the drum. Let's see how this plays out. But I think the Progressive Party, in that convention 2 years from now, they're going to just beat the drum and put so much pressure on that Democrat Party.
This Progressive Party, they've got to be careful. You just can't go in there and spend money and give everybody everything free. The money's going to run out at some point, so they got to be careful of that.
Well, let's see how this plays out, and I'm happy. I hope AOC does run. I hope she does run. I like her in that dress she had on.
Oh, my God.
My dress was fitting her. Whoa, my God.
Okay, watch out. Those Speedos. Watch out for those Speedos, John. Have you heard about this Courtney Clenny sentence? The white OnlyFans model that stabbed the black guy to death, and she only got 6 years for killing.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, it's going on in Florida there. She was an OnlyFans.
Look that up.
She was an OnlyFans model, and she was sentenced for killing her black boyfriend, and she only got 6 years for it.
6 years.
Yeah.
She'll be out with good behavior.
When it's a black person involved in a murder, they're looking at 20 years right off the bat, it seems like.
Right.
And so there's a sentencing disparity going on there. If you're white and you're blonde and you're pretty, you're too pretty to go to jail. They had that case down there. Remember the judge told the lady she was too pretty to go to jail?
Right.
Unbelievable.
Well, Lincoln, one more thing. What do you think about Sharpton and the protest that's coming down, shutting Washington or shutting them? What do you think about that? I mean, do you think it's a waste of time? Come on, I'm sick and tired of these. I think he's a dollar late, dollar short.
I don't know. I don't know how much juice. We'll find out how much juice Sharpton really has at this thing. I just can't. I don't know what to say. Whether it's going to be 300,000 people there, 200,000, or 50,000. I don't know. I just don't know.
When they do these protests, which makes me mad, why do they have to do it on the weekend? Why can't you do it during the week? You're not.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't care. If you want to do it on the weekend, fine.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they have to get permits to do that stuff, and maybe they won't give permits during the week. You know how traffic is in D.C. During the week, so maybe they don't get a permit to do that because it would wreak havoc on D.C.
And if he did get permit, Trump would not give it to him anyway. So,
well, he may not be the one who decides if they get it or not. I'm not sure, but somebody he put in office probably does, whoever's controlling that department. But, yeah, I think that's why they don't do it on during the week. It would just cause havoc. And people work. People can't get there. They work during the week. It's better for them to do it on the weekend because they got people coming in from Cincinnati. I think we're going to take 3 bus loads up there from here.
Wow. Well, I want the black community to shut it down. Athletes, entertainer, shut it down. And if you don't lockstep with the black community, we're not going to forget who you are, too.
All right, John, don't get those Speedos in a bunch. Okay, we'll talk to you. Unbelievable. Speedo John from Florida. And, he never did tell me if he was going to vote, did he? He kind of dodged around that question. He never did say. He said, I'll tell you in a minute. But he never did. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back. 513-749-1230. Lincoln Ware with you. 1230, The Buzz.
Every weekday, 1230 The Buzz has you covered. Let's go! With new entertainment.
Trump says jihadists are being elected all over the place.
Yeah, these Republicans, they want to force everybody to be a Christian.
Yeah.
They want to start teaching Christianity in schools, despite the First Amendment, freedom of religion. It's just ridiculous. Whatever they claim the Muslims are doing, they're doing it.
Yep. Yeah, Mr. Ware, are there black Democratic, socialist, or progressive candidates running for Congress? I don't know if there's any black progressives running. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I don't think so. Is Beauty in Black back on Netflix yet? Beauty in Black? Does anybody know if that's back yet? I haven't checked Netflix in a minute. Oh, August 27th. Okay, thank you. August 27th. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, there should be some black progressives running. It should be. Walter Bradley said he never heard of Beauty in Black. That's a pretty good movie, pretty good series there.
Walter, it just means you're a man.
No, please.
You have testicles. That's why.
Please. Is Beauty in Black. It's a series. Is that a Tyler Perry series? Might be Tyler Perry, if I'm not mistaken. But it's real good. It's about this black-owned hair company, and they're like billionaires. They're billionaires pretty much, and they're getting sued by black women because their hair products is causing cancer, and the family is fighting over who's in charge, and the head man in charge got this stripper to take over the company for him while he was fighting cancer. So he hired the stripper he met to take over the company. And the head of the company is gay. He likes men. And he got a son that's gay. It's just crazy.
See, Walter?
Of its subsidiary companies.
You have an opinion. You've got something to say.
And that's the reason why we're here today.
12:30 a.m. The Buzz, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. And, man, this black woman who was fighting for her life, she was walking down the street with her, I think she was walking the dog for a friend of hers. Had her back turned. Now, if you can see a car coming, you can your body can sort of brace for the impact. She was walking. She never knew what hit her. And she was a model, a law student. She was going to law school. She had her whole life ahead of her. And you never guess how old the person was driving the car. On a major street, a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old were in the car. The 6-year-old was driving. He had sideswiped the car coming down the street, lost control. She was walking across the crosswalk with her back turned, and they just ran over her and the dog, and now she's fighting for her life. The children reportedly took their father's car keys from his pockets while their parents were asleep. Somehow, they managed to get the family's Toyota out of the house without being noticed. Their father is an Uber driver. Now, I don't care what, but if you got a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, you probably need to be awake when they're awake. You know what I mean? I don't know. But now they can't charge the kids, but they're looking into maybe charging the parents for neglect or something like that. Both children were injured in the crash and taken to the hospital. The older child suffered 2 broken legs, while the younger boy sustained a concussion. The boy's uncle told ABC7 that their parents are cooperating with the police department. However, Bowling's role, who was the lady, road to recovery is expected to be more substantial. She suffered multiple brain bleeds, facial fractures, and has undergone multiple surgeries. According to her GoFundMe, she remains hospitalized and reported that she had begun responding to basic commands, although that's a hopeful sign. Her family says she remains in a fight for her life. Yeah. She's going to have a lifelong recovery, including continued medical care, physical therapy, transportation to appointments, potentially additional surgeries. As of Monday, August 10th, the fundraiser had collected nearly $72,000 toward their $90,000 goal. They're going to need a lot more than that before she's finished. But, geez. That is, and if I saw it, it was on Entertainment Tonight when those kids were driving that car down the street. They sideswiped the car, and then when they hit that car, it threw them over, headed toward where the girl was crossing the street with the dog. It was horrible. I'm telling you, it was horrible to see that because she never knew what hit her. 6-year-old. Got the keys, got the car out of the driveway, and started driving. Couldn't see a thing, I'm sure. He had to be putting his foot on the accelerator, but how could he see? It's just crazy. The whole world is crazy. 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. Somebody said 6 years old? Come on now. And this is a true story. Somebody said, where did this happen? I think it was, I thought maybe it was either California or Florida. Hold on a second. Let's see here. It was in Oakland, California. East Oakland. Yep, Bay Area. Yep, that's where it happened. In Oakland. And she was just minding her business, walking the dog across the street. I don't know what, maybe the dog is dead. They never did say anything about the dog. But if they hit the dog, he's dead. Because the way they were heading toward her, you know, they never show the impact. For TV, it may be too much for people to take. They kill me with that stuff. But I'm thinking the dog, if he got hit, he's dead. And it wasn't even her dog. She was doing a friend a favor by walking the dog. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The lady was black. I'm not sure about the kids. I'm not sure. Somebody said the dog is alive. Okay. The dog ran away. All right. The dog took off running. Last I heard, they still hadn't found the dog. Okay. Somebody said the video is online. So if you want to see the video, just go to black woman struck by 6-year-old driver, and it should pull up. But that was a sad story to hear. Very sad story to hear. I did my 45, didn't I? Okay. Let's see. There was another story I wanted to bring. Oh, yeah, the WNBA. I tell you, that WNBA, it should be called the W Drama BA. You know, there's so much drama. This girl, Janaya, I think it's the Janaya Carrington. I think that's her name, Carrington. Okay, Sophie Cunningham was going in for a layup. This Carrington girl was trying to block the ball. You know, it was just like going in for an open layup. And the Carrington girl did what any player would do, jump up and try to knock the ball back. And as she was knocking the ball back, she caught the girl by the neck, and the girl went down. But she didn't try to do it. She was just swiping at the ball, and she missed the ball, and her hand ended up around the girl's neck, and then she took a hard fall, and they charged her with a flagrant 2 foul, which would kick her out of the game. She got kicked out of the game. And even the coach for the Fever said, I didn't see it being the flagrant. She said that, and the girl plays on her team. And they were calling it white privilege. Since she was a white girl that went down, of course, they're going to throw the black girl out for bringing the white girl down. And so now there's this big controversy, white privilege in the WNBA. If you're white, they just have to brush by you, and you know they don't call a foul. But Caitlin Clark was getting beat up, and they weren't calling fouls. When Caitlin Clark, she got mad because they weren't calling fouls when it came to her. So I don't know. That WNBA is full of drama. Let me tell you. Did anybody see that? It was on national TV. If you saw that, I want to hear from you at 513-749-1230. But I didn't think she did it intentionally. I think that was just part of a play. Somebody going in for a layup, you're swinging, trying to knock that ball back, and she just wasn't up as high as she wanted to be and caught the girl by the neck, and she took a hard fall, and they kicked the black girl out. Yeah. So this Sophie Cunningham, she's also against the trans playing in women's sports. She's against that, and she's been taking a lot of heat on that also. So I don't know. It's just that WNBA is really getting crazy. But they're selling tickets. They are selling tickets big time. They are selling some tickets. I wish we could get an arena so we could get a WNBA team here in Cincinnati. I keep pushing that arena. I'm going to get my arena one of these days. One of these days. All right, we've got news coming up right here on 1230 The Buzz.
1230 AM, WDBZ, Cincinnati, an Urban One station. Listen online on thebuzzcincy.com. We are 1230 The Buzz, the home of the Lincoln Ware Show.
Gas prices are falling in Cincinnati. AAA reports the average price of regular fuel locally is now $3.77 per gallon, down 9 cents from the price 1 week ago. The average cost of a gallon of regular fuel in the state of Ohio is now $3.90 per gallon, a drop of 14 cents per gallon from the price 7 days prior. In northern Kentucky, the Boone County Sheriff's Office is continuing to investigate a Sunday evening accident involving a bicyclist and a truck. The pickup was towing a boat when reports say the driver tried to go around two cyclists and misjudged the distance, hitting one of them. The victim's injuries are described as life-threatening. Prosecutors are filing charges against a suspect in a 2017 Cincinnati murder. 50-year-old Anthony Ray was fatally shot during what investigators say was a drug deal. 26-year-old Deontay Wilson has now been charged with Gray's killing. Wilson is already in prison, serving time after having been convicted in another killing. The Reds will be looking to break out of a 3-game slide when they take on the White Sox tonight in Chicago. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
If you need to talk about it, we're here. 1230 AM WDBZ, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. It's Lincoln Ware with you till 1 o'clock. Actually till 1230. The real Terrence Howard comes in from 1230 to 1. And boring. He'll be here, and it will not be a rebroadcast for 30 minutes. That's just, yeah. Terrence Howard can hold it down for a half hour, and he might have a special guest, and you know who that is.
Hopefully my special guest can pull through, but if not, I do have something to talk about that's very important.
Very good. Yeah. Okay. And I might even have somebody to run the board for you.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Alicia says she'll be in here today. She said, I think you taught her how to run the board, if I'm not mistaken.
That was, I don't remember if I did or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you did.
But
we have to ask her.
Now, I think I taught her how to run the board for Raven show on the weekends.
Yeah.
But yours is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours has more elements that she has to deal with. So it might be a little.
Well, for 30 minutes,
difficult.
maybe, just 2 breaks. I don't think she'll be doing any boings or where the white women at.
Yeah.
Or any of that stuff. So
none of that boring stuff, yeah.
So she'll be okay. All right. 513-749-1230. Lincoln Ware with you. Let's go to Mississippi. James, why are they still hanging people in Mississippi, James?
Well, Lincoln, the word on the street is it's a black that hung the female.
Oh, boy.
So they said it was in a highly drug area behind a vacant house.
Jeez.
And they did take one black guy in of interest. And they arrested him on unrelated charges, and he said him and the lady had an argument earlier, but he's not the one that did it. So
Oh,
so we don't know, man. It's strange. It's strange.
Oh, boy. I tell you. Blacks hanging blacks in Mississippi.
Hey, man, if we go to that, man, we really...
Jeez, I'm telling you. What is this world coming to?
And fell off the cliff.
Man. So what else is new in Mississippi?
Hey, my biggest issue now is with this black mayor here in Meridian. I've been trying to present some plans to him, but he's been avoiding me. So I got to do like stand cool and step on.
You going to show up every council meeting and talk, huh?
Yep.
Boy. Okay, there you go.
So, yeah, they doing a little gentrification downtown, so all the money's being spent. We have a branch of Mississippi State that's buying up a lot of property and building dormitories and classrooms.
That's good.
But then the neighborhood is dilapidating, going down even further. So I'm like, hey, when's the money going to come out to some of these neighborhoods?
Yeah.
Dilapidated houses, overgrown lots.
Well, I mean, that's the city. Yeah, I mean, you can't blame Mississippi State for expanding their campus and trying to build dorms so more people can come.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't blame them, but build up the city also. Don't concentrate all your money in one spot as everybody else suffer.
Well, it's not the college's job to build up the city. That's the city's job
to build up the city. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Don't leave them behind.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you.
And see, when the college come in, the city donate plenty of money to whatever to get the infrastructure and stuff ready.
Yeah.
And they looking to get paid back. But, yeah, I understand that. You got to prepare. But people that's here paying taxes and holding on, you don't just ignore them.
Yeah.
And we also have a data center coming in. Supposed to bring 8 buildings here. So that's supposed to be a big plus of money.
Well,
so
you better watch out. Then your electric bill's got to go up when that data center comes in there.
Well, they claim they're supposed to use a lot of solar, and with the water, it's supposed to be on a closed loop.
Okay.
You just fill it one time, then you keep using that closed loop to cool.
Okay.
So they saying this is one of the best data centers, but, hey, they got to say that, quote, unquote, because they will be using solar panels and will be using a closed water loop for the cooling.
Okay. All right.
So we shall see. Hey, but I'll see you guys back August the 30th. Get back with the walking club.
All right.
See the rest of my North Mississippi fam. Have a good day.
Okay, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard when you call us North Mississippi.
Well, the ones that's up there that know that's from down here, I think they enjoy it.
Okay. All right, Mississippi
All right, there,
James.
guys. Take care.
We'll talk to you. There's Mississippi James there. And he said they got a black man as a person that they're looking at for the hanging. Oh, boy. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Unbelievable. Well, at the Citizen Complaint Authority, they had a case where a police officer, they say, detained the women too long. And it was like a road rage incident on the Clay Wade Bailey Bridge. The police officer and 2 women who were in a car accused they accused each other of road rage. The cop accused the 2 women, and the 2 women accused the cop. But he had them detained in the vehicle for like over an hour. They weren't even going to tow the women's car away, and they found out they were living in the car. So they didn't tow it away, and the cop realized that they weren't going to be able to convict the women on this. And, of course, the Citizen Complaint Authority sided with the cop on this one, and that he did some things wrong. And he says the reason why it took so long, he wasn't used to filling out the forms that they had to fill out in a case like that. He's normally not out on the street to give tickets and stuff like that. And he took him a long time to figure out how to fill out the form. Yeah. The police also argued the encounter was not a traffic stop and Davis could have continued driving, but she stopped her vehicle. She stopped the vehicle. And the investigators said there's no definitive proof of whose version of the events is accurate. They couldn't prove who was telling the truth. The cop didn't have his body cam on, and I think they kind of got on him for that too. They had to call in other officers because the situation escalated on the bridge with the cop and the two women. Yeah. He also wanted to tow Davis's vehicle, which she was living out of at the time. Jeez. Cooler heads arrived at the scene. The complaint authority investigator said the cooler heads prevailed. Charges were ultimately filed against Davis and Shearer, that was the other woman. However, body camera footage captured Perkins telling another officer he did not believe the charges would result in a conviction. It's minor. We'll get rid of it, Perkins said in the body camera footage. The case continued for months before charges were eventually dismissed and expunged. Man. So that's the Citizen Complaint Authority at work. Yeah. And where's Iris Rowley? We haven't heard from Iris Rowley lately. Huh? Who put the muzzle on Iris Rowley? Yes. I know that'll get her up and calling. I know how to push her buttons. Yes. Just mention somebody's got her muzzled, and boy, she'll pick up that phone right away to let you know she's not muzzled. All right. Ray, how you doing today?
Lincoln B, what's up?
Nothing much.
Now, before I set you straight on Sophie Cunningham, let me bring up a few things. Did you see, you watched CBS This Morning with Gayle King, right?
No, I watched the Today Show. I've been watching the Today Show since I was like 6 years old, and I'm just a Today Show person. It's hard for me to move somewhere else, even with Gayle King.
Right. Well, they had this segment where they showed a white cop stopped a black 18-year-old, picked her up, body slammed her, and started punching her in the face. You know.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that body cam of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's horrible. And that's why cops get a bad rap. That's why they're not trusted. You know, that's why I think, remember it was a few, maybe 5, 8 years ago when that trooper in Kentucky, he got off the exit. It was a sabotage, and they ended up killing him.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
See, stuff like that is why they get killed. You know, that was uncalled for. And I don't know what happened. You know, they just said that was just uncalled for, and then they went on to something else. But let me set John straight on a few things. John, he purposely not told you he was going to vote.
I know.
He was going to vote.
I'll tell you in a minute. I'll get back to that.
Yeah, he tried to dodge. He's not going to vote. And he had a problem with Al Sharpton and protesting. John from in Florida, you know, I don't know if he's retired or not, but he's probably got a house and a couple cars and a retirement. But that's all due to protesting in the 60s, in the 70s, and in the 80s. And that's what Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and Martin Luther King do. And that's why he's got the privilege he has today. So when he criticized these marches and on Washington, whether you get 10,000 or 100,000 or 1 million, you know, it gets people going. You know, it gets people to vote, knowing how black folks are treated. So, John, shut up. Now, Lincoln, why would any Republican vote for a Republican? Because whoever wins the Senate or just take Republicans. If they win the Senate and they get back the House, are they going to go against Trump?
No, probably not. No.
So you're going to get the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have high prices, high gas prices. So it's like they're in the same boat. Republicans are in the same boat Democrats in. We paying high for gas prices, high for groceries. And so they want more of the same. If you want more of the same, you know, just go ahead and vote for a Republican. That's what I don't understand. You vote for a guy that's not going to go against Trump. Why are you voting? Now, let me set you straight about Sophie Cunningham. You ready?
I'm ready.
Now, this is basketball, Lincoln. When you go up for a layup and you're in the air, that player clothesline. She didn't go up for the block. She went for the throat.
She swiped, and her hand just came down on her throat.
No, Lincoln, but even if that's the case, let's just say that's the case, it wasn't a basketball move. When you're in the air, this is just NBA too. If you're in the air, you get clothesline like that is an automatic ejection.
Well, see, I think if it's on purpose, intentional, yeah, it should be automatic. But when it's just part of a play that you're finishing up on, part of a basketball move, a play, I don't think it should be ejection.
Look, it doesn't have to be a move. Once you hit the net, just like how many times where like a player has the ball and then the elbow hits their mouth, right?
Yeah.
That's a basketball move, but because the elbow hit that mouth.
You have to have both hands on the ball, and they have to be close enough to you so when you swing it, if you hit them, they're too close to you. Simple as that. And you see them clearing out. They clear out. When they see you start to swing, they clear out. They get back.
But if you hit someone in the face like that, that's a flagrant foul.
No, it's not. Not if you have two hands on the ball. I don't think so.
Yes, it is.
If you have one hand on the ball and you just throw an elbow, yes.
Lincoln, okay, apparently you don't know basketball. But getting back to Sophie Cunningham, for that lady to say it was not white privilege, is that she would have gotten thrown. If anybody had done that, they would have gotten thrown out because it was a clothesline play when she was in the air. Now, let me tell you this. This is the Caitlin Clark effect. She got a technical because she bumped into a ref.
Yeah, I know, and that wasn't intentional. That was she was running toward some. I can't remember exactly what happened. She went in for a layup or something, and the force just kept her body moving, and she didn't run into that official intentionally.
No, she didn't. So she didn't. But this is the Caitlin Clark effect. She got the T. That was her seventh one.
Yeah.
So she's due for a suspension.
She's going to appeal that, though.
She's going to appeal it, but she's going to get that one back because
I think she already got it back. If I'm not mistaken, she won the appeal.
Okay, so that's the Caitlin Clark effect. That's not even white privilege because it wasn't a foul. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
So they're going to rescind that, but she's going to get another one anyway because she's a hothead.
Yeah, she's a hothead for sure.
But let me ask you this. What's the difference between 3CDC and the port?
Okay. 3CDC is mainly to try to build up residential and business and entertainment in areas that are blighted, and that's what they do. They get businesses going, they get people moving, coming in, and things like that. The port, therefore, buying land, turning it into housing and or manufacturing and stuff like that. That's what they do. They try
How do they get this land?
Huh?
They were in Evanston for a couple of years, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
So how do they get these homes?
A lot of it is
the owners.
They don't bogart them. A lot of them lose it to back tax, property taxes, things like that, foreclosures, and they come in and get the property, and then they do what they do with it. Put a house on it, rehab the house, and sell it to people who couldn't afford a regular house. Buy a house from the port.
Now, going back a couple of years, they sold those homes. You have any idea how much those homes sold for?
Which homes are you talking about?
The ones in Evanston, because they're out of Evanston now, I think. Now they're down at Sedansville.
Yeah. Well, the ones in Evanston, if people bought them from other people and fixed them up, they're worth, probably $500,000, $400,000, $500,000. If the port got them and just rehabbed them, they're a lot cheaper than if a person went in there and bought them. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but they won't be less than $200,000.
Well, the ones in Sedansville is $175,000, I think.
Yeah, so those are fixer-uppers. And lastly, Lincoln, did you hear, what was about last week, they named the 3 prettiest WNBA players? And I forgot the last one, but one was Cameron Brink.
Okay.
The other one was Angel Reese.
Yeah.
And I forgot the other one, but for my money, it's AZ Fudd.
Okay.
That's pretty.
I don't know. I'd have to see her. I don't know all these players in the WNBA. I just started watching the Fever here lately, and they become my favorite WNBA team, the Fever.
Yeah. So, Lincoln, that was a clothesline play on Sophie Cunningham, and that chick deserved what she got.
No.
Ejection.
Oh, boy. All right.
All right, Lincoln.
Thanks for your call. It was just a basketball play that her neck just happened to be right where the woman's hand was. I don't know. I don't think it was, worth the ejection. But she got ejected, as well as Caitlin Clark when she hit the official. Ran into the official. It was a female official, too, and she teed her right up. Teed her up real quick.
Same thing that happens in boxing. You know, your face just happened to be where my fist is.
Who was that? Mike Tyson said, you can have the best plan in the world when you go in the ring until you get punched in the mouth. And then all those plans go to hell. Oh, boy. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back. Ray's line is available at 513-749-1230. How many questions did he have on that call? I lost count. We'll take a break. 1230, The Buzz.
Cincinnati. Want to stay plugged in with 1230 The Buzz and get the insight?
Okay. And Tim Heidel, you white guys kill me. Why does everybody have to have a handler? Maybe Iris's handlers told him. Hold on a second. I got to go answer the phone for Terrence. He's not in there. Hold on, folks. That was one of those calls, where people say, I don't want to get on the air, but tell Lincoln Ware he don't know nothing about basketball. That was a foul. Sophie Cunningham, that girl who Carrington, that was intentional. She came across there with her hand. I'm like, okay, I'll tell Lincoln. He thought I was Terrence. Unbelievable. Everybody has a plan until they're invited to a blanket party. Oh, boy. Well, I've never seen this French freshman, Alicia Turner-Breeze, or whatever her name is. I've never seen, I've only seen maybe one partial dunk. These women, I don't know why these 6'7", 6'8" women are afraid to dunk. Lincoln, do you know if Cecil Thomas got the third bus to D.C.? Yeah, we're switching jobs today. Yeah, but I got one of those calls. I don't want to get on the air. But tell Lincoln he don't know nothing about basketball. That was an intentional foul. Yeah, Terrence, he's back. I got one of those calls. That said, I don't want to get on the air, but tell Lincoln he don't know nothing about basketball. I came over there to answer the call.
Oh, really?
I don't want to get on there.
Yeah.
Just tell Lincoln he don't want to know nothing about basketball. He don't know nothing about basketball. That was an intentional foul.
Oh, man.
God.
I know you wanted to punch that person, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said, okay, I'll tell him. He thought I was you.
Ooh, man. Whoever called in, do not see Lincoln in person, okay? Don't show up. I'm the man that said that. You might get a fat lip.
Oh, boy. Iris says, what are they saying? I was just reading on here where Tim Heidel, they always think black folks have handlers like slave owners. They always say, your handler's this, your handler's that. You know, whenever it comes to a black person, they say Iris's handlers probably told her to be quiet. Handlers. Jeez. Women dunking basketball skills is at a certain limit. I believe so. Their bodies are made different. Well, it's just a matter of jumping. If you can stand under the rim and hold the ball with two hands and just jump straight up and put it in, you can do that. Now, some of these fancy dunks that these guys do, no, they can't do that, you know. And I don't know, some of those bigger women probably could palm that ball because it's a smaller ball in the WNBA. The ball is smaller.
.com to learn more. 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
.1230 WDBZ, The Buzz of Cincinnati. No, Iris, I was just mentioning we haven't heard from you in a minute. And then I said, well, maybe they muzzled Iris Rowley. And I said, that's the quickest way to get her to call in is say Iris Rowley is muzzled. But anyway, the white guy in the chat, Tim Heidel, you know, they always said, you know, when it comes to black folks, it's always our handlers. Her handlers probably told her to be. Why do we have to have handlers? If you're black, we got handlers. They never say that about white people. They never say that. It's only when it comes to blacks we have handlers. Do y'all feel me with that? Yes. That's how they do. Unbelievable. All right, 513-749-1230. Lincoln Ware with you. And we were talking about the OnlyFans model received a 6-year sentence after killing her black boyfriend. And they had video of them on an elevator, and she was always attacking him. You know, all he was doing was blocking her. They were on the elevator, all she was swinging at him, and he was just blocking her, you know, not coming at her. He was just blocking the throws that she was throwing at him. And they said they had a lot of domestic issues going on between the two. But she stabbed this dude to death, and she's only getting 6 years. And some probation. Unbelievable. And they're looking at racial disparities when it comes to prison sentences in the legal system. And there are disparities. There are racial disparities when it comes to sentencing. You know, if you're a black person, they're going to throw the book at you. You kill somebody. They're throwing the book at you. Yeah. And they would throw the book at this 6-year-old kid who ran over the black woman after he took his father's car out of the garage and drove down the streets of Oakland. And hit a black woman who was fighting for her life virtually. Yeah. And despite that, the black woman's family says they're not blaming the children. They said there's no ill will. She holds no animosity toward the boys, but stressed that young children need to be supervised. Yes, at that age, nobody should be asleep and letting them do what they want to do. They say the father is an Uber driver. Maybe he was up all night driving. Maybe the mother was at work and he had to get some shut-eye. I don't know. But a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old should not be left alone. Yes. Unbelievable. All right, let's go to, actually, we need to go to a break. And Cletus will come to you after the break. Let's take a quick break right here on 1230, The Buzz.
Bringing you the stories that go beyond the headlines. The Tavis Smiley Show.
This is Tavis Smiley.
Join him every weekday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yep. From Red Cross. Yep. We got a blood crisis. And they need that black blood. Blood type O. Blood donors who are black are almost 3 times more likely to be a match for patients with sickle cell disease who receive frequent blood transfusions. Yes. You gonna be able to hold it down, Alicia? She needs to learn that you could use it for the football season coming up. Aren't we doing football? Oh, no football, but basketball. They play more basketball than they do football. So you can make a little extra cash there, Alicia. Feed those crumb crunchers you got there. All right. All right, Jeannie Maholland, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Alicia was not my boss. She was a producer back in the day. White liar. She just produced the show, got guests, answered phone calls, made phone calls, she wasn't my boss at CIN. I don't know why you want her to be so bad. Jeez.
And now we're homeowners. We have a savings account. I'm the first one to own a home out of my siblings.
Visit OperationHomefront.org to learn more.
Take us with you wherever you go. Download the Buzz app for your smartphone today. For details, go to thebuzzcincy.com.
1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. It's Lincoln Ware on a Tuesday. And let's go to, I think she's up in Cleveland, Colleen Meadows with the Red Cross. Colleen, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, are you in Cleveland?
I am.
Okay.
Cleveland.
All right. I can't wait till we beat you guys this year in football. I'm waiting. All right. You're with the Red Cross. Tell us about Red Cross is in desperate need of blood, and mainly they're looking for blood type O, which a lot of African Americans have. And tell us, about why is that? Why do we have mostly blood type O in the black community?
It's just what's special about us. So type O for Black and African American community, 54% of the population is type O. And type O blood is one of our universal donors. And it's the first thing that flies off the shelf if there's any tragedies, anything that's going on in the hospital that you're going to need an immediate need of blood, and the doctors may not know what your blood type is. Mm-hmm. So it's always important that we make sure we keep that O on the shelf. Yeah. And because we've been in such a critical need for blood, and while we need all blood types, because all blood types are important, we need to make sure we fill our shelves with everything possible to be able to help all the patients that we have. We are in dire need for that type O blood.
And especially when it comes to sickle cell, they really need African Americans. I guess there's something about the African American blood that helps with sickle cell patients.
That is correct. So people with African descent have a special antigen. It's called CK negative, and people may never remember what that antigen is, but just know that people of African descent are able to help those that are affected with sickle cell disease. When a sickle cell warrior gets blood from people that don't have that CK negative antigen, it does more harm than good. Mm. So it's very important for us to educate our Black and African American community about the importance of donating blood to be able to help our sickle cell warriors, and also to make sure that we have enough type O blood in the hospital for everyone that's in need.
Now, blacks are almost, 3 times more likely to be a match for sickle cell patients. Is that correct?
Correct. 1 in every 3 Black or African American person is able to help a sickle cell warrior. That is correct.
Now, how often should a person give blood? I know, they track this. How often should you give blood? Is it once every, 3 months, 2 months, or what?
So everyone can safely donate every 56 days, which is roughly every 2 months. And it's heart healthy for you. It's not only something that's going to help our patients that are in the hospital, that are in need. It's going to help yourself as well. It's heart healthy for you. You lower your cholesterol. It takes your blood pressure down a little bit. It helps with men that have a higher iron count. It helps shed some of that iron for you because you don't have a natural shedding process. So donating blood is just as healthy for you as it is for our patients. You can think of it as an oil change for your body, getting rid of old cells, making brand new ones.
I never thought of it that way, but you might be right about that. You know, I never looked at it like that. So it's almost like an oil change. You're getting rid of some of the bad oil, and you're regenerating some new oil.
Exactly. Make your body work better, making new cells for yourself. You feel better, feel younger, healthier.
Okay. When you look at it that way, people should be flocking to give blood, huh? I mean,
they should. Yes. It's healthy, and it's the one thing that you can do that costs you nothing but some time that can help save so many people and impact the lives of the patients in the hospitals, their friends, their families. There's just not a number that you can put to how many people are affected by that one person standing there putting their arm out to help save lives.
All right. So here in Cincinnati, of course, you can go over to the Red Cross, or sometimes they have little events set up where you can also give blood. I know I was over at Corinthian Baptist Church. I think it was maybe last year sometime.
Yep.
And
yes, you were.
Were you there? Did I see?
I was not there. I just missed you. I came right after you were there, but we are hosting another blood drive there at Corinthian Baptist Church on August 13th from 12 to 6, and we would love for people to sign up to donate blood there to make sure that we are saving as much lives as possible, especially since we are still in that critical need for blood.
Yeah.
People can go to redcross.org. They can put in a sponsor code as BFR. It'll take them directly to that blood drive to be able to go, make an appointment, and make sure that you're able to go at a time that works best for you.
Okay.
And while we don't go to donate to get gifts, they will get a couple gift cards e-gift cards for going in to donate blood at this blood drive as well.
All right. Sounds good to me. That's this coming Thursday. What time will they be at Corinthian?
From 12 to 6.
12 to 6. All right. It's so easy. I was there. You go in there, and they get some information from you, and then they go ahead and put you up on the table there, and boom, it's over before you know it.
And get juice and cookies after.
Oh, yeah, of course. I love the cookies. They had some great cookies. Yes. All right. But they didn't hurt at all. You know, I always have a good vein. Those, what do you call them? Phlebotomists or whatever you call them.
Yeah, the phlebotomists.
Yeah. They always look at my vein. They'll say, oh, this is a good one. I said, well, it shouldn't hurt then. If it's a good vein, it shouldn't hurt at all, right? And they said, that's right.
That's what happens when you're drinking enough water. You're nice and hydrated. When you go in to donate and have that nice vein there, it makes it all nice and simple and easy for you. Just make sure you're drinking your water. It makes the process better.
All right. It sounds good to me. Colleen, it's always great talking to you.
Thank you so much.
And that's this coming Thursday, Corinthian Baptist Church, all part of the Black Family Reunion that's going to take place this weekend here in Cincinnati.
Yep, correct. Thank you.
All right, Colleen, good talking to you.
You too. Have a great day.
All right, that's Colleen Meadows from the Red Cross. She's out of Cleveland, Ohio. Yes. And, yeah, I was there last year, gave up some of my great blood, and I'm sure somebody with sickle cell probably feeling much better right now because of me. Yes. Or either they're walking around like, what the hell is going on? I can't remember people's names anymore. You know, what happened with that blood transfusion? Whose blood did I get? But no, go ahead, donate if you can. Really, it's very important because, like you say, all these shootings and all that stuff, sickle cell patients, they need that African-American blood. Yeah, they need it. So there you go. All right, I think we have time for one call before we go to break. Let's go to Cletus. Cletus, how are you today?
All right, Lincoln, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. What's on your mind?
Yeah. You was talking about the white lady that stabbed her boyfriend, right?
Yes.
I heard about that about a month ago, and I was kind of following that. The thing is that got me, I know the 6 years what they sentenced her to, but, you know, she eligible to get out in 2 years.
Yeah, they say for time served. Now, was she in jail all that time?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know
they
what.
didn't really speak on that. And there was one more thing I wanted to ask you about the bar owners when they were saying they was going to meet up down at City Hall and try to, come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Did they give us a date on that, or is that a?
Well, no, they met at City Hall last week. Well, some of them did. Andrew Williams and a couple other people, Tierra Powell, they were all down there. And so they didn't vote on this thing. They put it off so that they could meet with the bar owners. Now, what date that will be, I don't know.
Okay.
But they put it off.
Be nothing that gets swept under the rug, because it's a lot of bars out here that is good bars, too. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So we're just trying to stay on top of it, but appreciate you taking my call.
Hey, no problem. Anytime. What, you own a bar?
My brother do.
Okay, what's the name of the bar?
Last Call.
Last Call. Okay. All right. That's a good name for a bar. All right. All right, Cletus. We'll talk to you.
All right, thanks.
All right. Last Call for alcohol. There you go. All right. 513-749-1230. Lincoln, Ware with you. Let's go to Greg. Greg, how are you?
How you doing, Lincoln?
I'm hanging in there. What's on your mind?
Hey, when I came in today, you were talking about the Port Authority, and I didn't get all the information or the phone number. I wanted to know what was going on. I flip houses, and if they're giving up some houses, I'd like to know about it.
Well, see, these houses, I don't think they're selling them to people that's going to flip them. They're selling them to people that's going to live in them. So they're not for flipping.
Okay. What about trying to get somebody to do the flip, and then they could give it to who they want to?
I don't know. They go in, they have their people, and they fix those houses up themselves, and then you got to meet some income guidelines, and when you meet those income guidelines, they sell it to you for those. I think the house is going for $175 down there now.
Now, do you have their number or any, so I can just contact them?
You could just go on your phone and just ask for the Port Authority of Cincinnati.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
As a matter of fact, I've got Laura Brunner coming on in just a few minutes. She's calling in now. And when Terrence gets that call, we'll get her on here.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for your call. It should be Laura Brunner from the Port, and she's calling in, and she'll tell us a little bit about what's going on down in Sedamsville. Is that Laura? Yes, it is. Laura, how you doing? Ooh, my goodness. Laura?
Hi, Lincoln. How are you?
Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. Man, that line sounds horrible. See if she can call back on the other line there. Oh, boy. But, yeah, we're going to talk to her about what's going on over there at the port and these new houses. And, okay, she's calling back on another line, and we'll talk to her on that. But, these houses are not for flipping. We're going to go to break, and then we'll come back. 12:30, The Buzz.
Hey, y'all, what up? This your boy, Ricky Smiley. I want to drop you an invite to something a little more personal.
This is Ricky Smiley on the Spot, where legends get loud, real, and sometimes a little reckless.
Ricky Smiley on the spot. No script, no rush. Just super.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Go get him, Alicia. Yeah, I got her. Yeah. Woo! Yep. Does it sound better on this? Okay. I don't know whether it was her phone or ours. I don't know.
I think it's ours.
Yeah. We've had trouble on that line before. Anyone wondering what happened to Oprah? What do you mean what happened to Oprah? God, White Lion, they ask some of the dumbest questions. Why don't you just go away and you won't have to think of stupid stuff to ask? Unbelievable. Well, I'm going to ask that question about flooding in Saddamsville. Shooting just happened in Roselawn. Attempted robbery seen on Citizens app. Who you talking to? Me, James Muhammad? The older you get, the slower your metabolism gets. Oh, boy. Crown Royal blood. Oh, boy. No, you won't. No, you won't. You just come back as somebody else. The reason your old ass shouldn't eat fast, Lincoln. Oh, please. All right.
Always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
Don't leave us in the car. Take us with you. Go to your favorite app store, search WDBZ, and download the Buzz app today.
1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. And we've got Laura Brunner on the phone. Laura, welcome to the show. How are you? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It's good to talk to you, Lincoln.
Yes, I was reading the story about you're reviving Saddamsville. Yes, tell us a little bit about what's going on down there with those houses.
Well, we'd love to get you to come visit next time we do an community outreach, probably this fall when we get to another milestone. But so far, we have finished 4 houses. 2 of them have sold, and 2 of them are under contract. And we have 14 more in process. If you drive up and down the streets there, you'll see a remarkable change. We hope to have all the houses exteriors painted before fall, so everyone will be able to see what's coming here as we finish up construction later this year. And it's met with remarkable success, and we're very happy at how quickly we've been able to sell the houses. And we're bringing back a neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what
Saddamsville had a population of 680 people in 2010, and that fell to 452 in 2020. So it's a small neighborhood, and eventually with the 100 or so properties that we own, we can increase the population by 20%.
Yeah. Okay, so what do? You go in, you gut those houses, and you put everything new in them. Is that correct?
That's correct. They're historic homes, so they're very high standards for us to follow. But, yes, you'll see if you come do a tour that the inside is all new.
Now, somebody already called me. I mentioned this earlier this morning, and they wanted to see if they could come in and flip the houses. I said, that's not possible with those houses you do. You don't sell them to people that's going to flip them.
No, you have to stay in them as a homeowner for 5 years.
Okay. and you have to meet an income guideline if you're a single person or if you're married with 2 kids, 4 kids. How does that work?
Yes, married with 2, it's 80% AMI, and for I think a family of 4, that's $80,000 roughly.
Okay, all right. And what about the floodplain? Isn't that, Sedamsville, that's near the river? Have they had problem with flooding down there?
Yes, but it's also on a hill. So we're going up the hill with the homes.
Okay. They're on the hill. Okay, that helps a lot. All right. Yes. And so how are those houses going over on the west side of town? Remember you were giving the courses to people. They could go take some classes and own those homes that they were paying rent for. They could end up owning the home they're staying in. How is that going? You making any progress with that?
So, yes, you're talking about our care portfolio where we bought 194 homes. And we have now, and what you're talking about is a program. We hired the nonprofit WIN to do homeownership training and financial literacy for the tenants that were interested in buying homes. We've now sold 80 homes of that 194 and have, I think, another 15 under construction to bring back onto the market. So we're taking our time to get all of those homes back into homeownership. Overall, for the Port Authority, we have sold 223 homes in the last 11 or so years.
Okay. All right. So you guys are making progress. Now, how is the funding for the port? You've got a lot of grants and subsidies that they give you guys. The Rescue Plan Act funds and all kinds of different funds that you have going in so you can buy these houses, fix them up, and do everything you need to do with them.
Yes, it takes a village to do this work because every home that we do requires subsidy. In Sedamsville in particular, we had funding from the City of Cincinnati, most importantly, also from the Ohio Department of Development. CDF made loans to us with ARPA money that they had in the housing trust fund from the county. And then we have also borrowed money ourselves, and we've gotten money from the state, and I mentioned the Ohio Department of Development. It's a program called Welcome Home Ohio. And overall, for every project that we do, there are different variations of subsidy from different organizations. The 18 homes in this phase 1 in Sedamsville cost over $8 million, and we expect to sell them for about $3.1 million. So you're right. There's over $5 million of subsidy from a lot of different sources, and I think it's a testament to really all of these different agencies and governmental units that they recognize the importance of bringing back this historic neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. Now, what about down there on Reading Road, right there by the Cincinnati-Reading borderline? I see some new businesses going up there.
I don't know where you're talking about.
Okay,
are you talking about in the Bond Hill Business District?
No, this is the Roseline Business District, like where the old PNC Bank was, right before you get to Reading Road, right before you get to Galbraith Road. Yeah. Was that your property there?
So the property we own is on the west side. We bought the 2 former hotels.
Okay, the hotels,
And that corporate center.
Yes.
So that will all be available for businesses, for job creation on that side, funded with money from Hamilton County. And then there has been some development and changes on the east side of Reading Road that doesn't have anything to do with that.
Okay. All right. What about Swifton Commons up there near Allen Temple Church? Anything shaking up there?
We've spent the last, I'd say, 15 months on a really intentional engagement process with the community to determine what the best development plan is going to be. And I think that the primary development that the community is interested in is housing. And so we will be moving forward on that as we move forward. We took from this small group that we work with for 15 months, and now it will have broader engagement throughout the community.
So it's probably going to be housing up in that area. Okay. I mean,
Yes,
you never have too much housing, that's for sure.
I think that's the theme, right?
Yes,
we need more housing everywhere.
More housing.
All different types.
All right. It sounds good to me. Laura, always great talking to you. And let me know when you have something. I would like to come down to Saddamsville and take a look at those houses down there.
Okay. You're at the top of our list.
All right.
Look forward to seeing you.
All right. We'll talk to you.
All right. Take care.
All
Bye-bye.
right. That's Laura Bronner from the port talking about the revitalization of Saddamsville. And she said those houses are on a hill, so it might not be affected by flooding. So it depends on how much of a flood, I guess. But it's a great thing that's going on there. That would be a great place to get a start. You got to live in it for 5 years before you can flip it. To that guy that called in, he wanted to go right in and flip it. Now you got to buy it, you got to meet the income guidelines, and you got to stay there for 5 years. Everything is new. They gutted the place and started over. All new appliances and everything new. Carpet or hardwood floors or whatever they got in there, it's all new. And I know one went for $175,000. $175,000 one of the houses sold for, and they're bringing that community up. I don't even know how to get to Saddamsville. I guess you go right down 50, I guess. I don't know. I don't hang on that part of town. You know what I mean? But I think you just go follow the river down there and you'll get to it. All right, we've got news coming up, and then we'll come back on the other side. It's the Lincoln Ware Show, 1230, The Buzz.
1230 AM, WDBZ, Cincinnati, an Urban One station. Listen online on thebuzzcincy.com. We are 1230 The Buzz, the home of the Lincoln Ware Show.
Prosecutors are filing charges against a suspect in a 2017 Cincinnati murder. 50-year-old Anthony Gray was fatally shot on the city's South Fairmount neighborhood during what investigators say was a drug deal. 26-year-old Deontay Wilson has now been charged with Gray's killing. Wilson is already in prison, serving time after having been convicted of another killing. Cincinnati's Evanston neighborhood was the scene of an overnight shooting. Police say a person was shot shortly before 12:30 a.m. near Xavier University at a location on Dana Avenue. The victim's injuries are described as non-life-threatening. In northern Kentucky, the Boone County Sheriff's Office is continuing to investigate a Sunday evening accident involving a bicyclist and a truck. The pickup was towing a boat when reports say that the driver tried to go around two cyclists and misjudged the distance, hitting one of them. The victim's injuries are described as life-threatening. The Reds will be looking to break out of a 3-game slide when they take on the White Sox tonight in Chicago. The Sox are coming off back-to-back wins over Cleveland. First pitch in the Windy City tonight is at 7:40. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
1230 WDBZ, The Buzz, your official talk station.
It is official, you understand me?
1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you till 1230, and then the real Terrence Howard takes over from 1230 till 1 o'clock. Yes. All right. And he'll be in here ready to go. He says he's got something for you in case the Pharaoh is not able to call in.
By the way, if you called in yesterday, you can call in.
Okay.
During the last 30 minutes of the show.
There you go.
Because I have some important things to talk about.
Oh, boy. He's got important things to talk about. I don't know.
Should I tell him now, Lincoln?
Yeah, you might as well tell him now, unless you want to just tease him and have him hang around and look forward to wondering in their minds, what do you have to tell them? Can you give us a hint?
Okay, so there's a guy down in Louisiana. His name is Elvis Brooks, and he was in prison for decades and wrongfully in prison. So he was exonerated, and of course, he was supposed to be getting money back from Louisiana, but Republicans are fighting tooth and nail to not get his money back, even though he's been exonerated. So if you know about that story, or if you don't, look it up, and that's what we're going to talk about. And plus, I'm going to have a special guest.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. They never want to give the black guys who stayed in jail for over half of their lives when they get out and say, oh, okay, we realize you didn't do the crime, but you spent 30 years in jail. Then they have to fight hard to get their money. They always have to fight. And, of course, it's Republicans that's fighting them to not get the money. But it's probably you Republicans put him in jail. You were the prosecutors. They always are the prosecutors, the Republicans. And they put these guys in jail for crimes they didn't commit, and then they don't want to pay them when they find out that they put the wrong man in jail. What about our good friend Elwood Jones? I wonder how he's coming with his lawsuits. We'll find out. Ron Dula, how are you?
I'm good. I was going to say you've been just such a blessing and a curse to me, but you've just been a blessing because I've been listening to you for the last 11 years solid, and you make me, investigate everything.
Well, what's the curse part? Wait, hold on. I want to know what you say. I've been a blessing and a curse. What's the curse?
Oh no, it was perspective, and it's not a curse. It was just a blessing.
Okay.
You've been a thorn in my side, but it's a blessing because I've gotten so much out of you being a thorn in my side.
And guess what? You've been a pain in my ass, so we're even.
Yeah. I guarantee it. But now I'm not discouraging nobody from giving blood. I'm gonna go give blood if they'll take mine because I take medication. But I do want to say that I won't do you like Ray does you and ask you a bunch of questions, but I'll say that Daniel Cressy is the first patient that was FDA certified with gene editing to basically give a cure for sickle cell. Mm-hmm. It's in Louisiana. So they kind of did it first, and then they did it in Louisiana. So you remember when we were talking about the 60-minute story that they said that all major diseases will be, they'll have a cure by the 2030? It was a 60-minute story. Okay. We both watched it because you agree with me on some things. But I'm saying that to say this. You were talking about the arena. It's sort of off the subject, and I know that we definitely need an arena for us to get everything that we can potentially get.
Yes.
But black folk want to be at the table for all of it, and we got to be at the table. And how much money black folks gonna put into building it? That's if you're gonna put 70-80% of your own money, private money in there. I don't need you at the table. I don't need you at the table telling me what I need to do. If I'm putting 70% of my money in, I don't need you at the table. Okay, well, you're talking about just the arena. Yes. But I'm talking about going towards the future. We just have to be at the table. And the People's Platform, every time I go into a meeting that the city is having or anything like that, Queen T and Mr. Poole are always there. Stefan is always there. Certain people are always there. But we just have to get a permanent seat at the table because Agenda 2030 is coming. Klaus Schwab said that by 2030 that we'll own nothing and we'll be happy. And I was telling you to tell Greg Landsman to explain the Clarity Act and cryptocurrency and the importance of it. And you wouldn't do it. And Greg Landsman won't meet with me to discuss it. And the only thing I want him to do is discuss this because this is a wealth transfer, and it's gonna be everything.
All right. Well, the next time he comes in on the show, please call him and ask him about that cryptocurrency and all that stuff. Because you're driving me crazy with that.
Okay. One last thing. Well,
what? What's the last thing?
Nah. Oh, okay. Like I said, black folk got to be at the table in the future, and we have to get at the table.
Okay. Thanks for your call. Okay. All right. 513-749-1230. Lincoln Ware with you. Let's see. We got MP and Josh. MP, how are you?
Lincoln Ware, I'm great. How are you, man?
I'm hanging in there. And let me, every time we talk, I just need to remind you, watch your language. We don't want to have to dump you and edit you and do all that stuff. Go ahead, continue.
I wish I could dump you when you're talking to Laura Bronner. But, Lincoln, I'm so disappointed. They always have this one end that they can get to agree with the poison that they're doing in the black community. And you say, oh, it's so great. You would live in Sedansville, right? If it wasn't for the water and the flooding. Lincoln, stop letting these white Now,
I never said I would live there. I'm just saying it's a great opportunity for people who wanted to own a home if they fit the income criteria. It would be a great place to start.
Okay, Lincoln, they get the one end to vouch for them.
Oh, my God. Oh, geez.
They are so corrupt, Lincoln. They're so corrupt, man. They do everything. We're underwater. We have to do credit seminars. We have to do housing, first-time housing, while they are running over us. Like, and you don't believe any.
What's wrong with having a seminar so that if you get the house, you'll know what you have to do to keep the house? What the hell's wrong with that? I mean, come on.
We need to be on board to get these properties, Lincoln. They're running over us. They're taking our property. Laura Bronner is a lie. Steve Leeper is a lie.
Okay, if they don't get the property, it sits there, bringing down the neighborhood, empty, boarded up, rats and all kinds of grass not cut. What are you talking about?
They have that one end on board. It's what I'm talking about, Lincoln. 3CDC is a piece of S, Lincoln. They need to be investigated. Steve Leeper is the worst. Charlie Luke and Laura.
Okay, do you have an alternative for 3CDC and the port? Do you have an alternative?
You need to stand up and stop listening to these MFs with this.
Thanks for your call. I just can't take it anymore. I can't take it. I can't. I mean, what's wrong with having a homeowner seminar and classes to show you if you're a renter, you've been renting all your life, you're staying in a house that you could possibly own. Instead of paying somebody rent, it'll be your house. What is wrong with having classes to teach you what you need to do to stay in the house? What is wrong with that? There's something seriously wrong with you, MP. And he's back up there. I'm not going to talk to him again. He called right back. I'm down with you, MP. Josh, how are you? I put him on hold. I meant to hang up on him. Okay, go ahead, Josh.
Fine. How you doing, sir?
I'm hanging in there.
Hey, just a question. Do you own any rental property, or do you ever, rehab or anything?
Not rehabbed. No, not rehabbed. But why?
Do you have you have a salary of people that you pay, run a business or something?
No. Why?
Well, you always seem to think, that what they're doing is so good. Do you know about Sedansville?
I know it's a place that I don't know any blacks that have ever lived there. If
you don't know anything.
If any.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
No. Stop right there. You don't know anything about it, because that right there, you don't need to say anything, because there used to be a black community. That's where abolitionists used to bring up pre-slaves. That community is so historic, and you don't know anything about.
And Lord said it was. She said there was some historic houses there, and they had to do a lot of different things to rehab those houses because they were historic houses. Now, okay, so go ahead, continue.
Okay, I'm not really talking about her. But she's already done the damage. See, what they do is, and what you don't understand is, they buy the property and they become eternal parents of the property. And what they do is they take generational wealth away from people who used to have property. Because somebody that may not, and you've never done it, so somebody that may not have maybe $30,000, $40,000 right away to fix up something, they swoop it up right away. They take it, and that next generation never has any property anymore. That generational wealth is gone. The Dansville used to be a booming community with a lot of black folks in it. You know nothing about it, and you.
Okay, so tell me this. Okay, so now there's other black folks can move down there if they want to go back in there. They have the opportunity.
No, you don't understand. The one guy called and asked about flipping houses. What could have happened was, and you don't even invest money. So somebody could have invested some money, and they took all them houses that guy wanted to flip. They come in and take all them properties. They take the land. Then they get all this different money from all these different groups and organizations, and they get money to help build the lands up. And Stefan talks about it all the time. We and some people, older folks, young people, don't know about all these different groups that you can get money from. But those people have a nonprofit, so they can go into all these different groups and get money and start fixing up and taking houses from people whose next generation should be trying to fix them up. You know nothing.
Okay, should be trying to fix them up. Okay, if they never fix them up, they crumble down right on them. If they never fix them up, and if somebody goes in there and buy those houses and flip them, they're not going to sell them for $175,000. I can guarantee you that. And if somebody goes in there and able to fit the criteria and able to get that house, they will be able to end up owning that house when they pay that money back on the mortgage. They will own the house. So what is wrong with that?
I see you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my God. So if you go in there and flip one of those houses, trust me, you're going to pay more than $175,000 to somebody.
That's not necessarily true, man.
Please,
you don't know what you're talking about.
Please. They flip to make a profit, a big profit. And if they don't, that's why they go in there to make a profit.
You these people's jock all the time. You think
man.
that you know what you're talking.
Okay, go to hell, Josh. I'm done with you. Thanks for your call. Let's take a break. 12:30, The Buzz.
What's happening, good people? It's your cousin Trip Fontaine, and this is the Trip After Dark.
Hello. Okay. All right. Jesus. Oh, God. I tell you, these folks are a trip. Yeah, these people, they don't have the money to fix them up, so they stay in there until the house is crumbling down on them. So, oh, boy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And you ain't going to tell me somebody going to go in there and flip that house and sell it for $175,000. They're going to want more than that. And then the rich white folks will take them. They got a nice river view. They got a good sight of the city. And they're going to take that, buy that property up for $400,000. They'll buy it. And that'll leave black folks out again. Oh, boy. Boy. MP says, we don't need a MFing arena. Oh, my God. See, I tell you, I wonder about some of my people sometime. I wonder. We have a mentality here in this city like that, and that's why we're like this. What you want to meet me at the county building for, Ron Dula? How many people she said lives in Sedan? About 400 or something. It went down to 400. 400 people in that community. 400. And with buying the houses, that population is going to go up. Black folks have a chance, if they want to live down there, they have a chance to go back then. They have a chance to go back. Why is he mad at the port? Start your own port. I mean, yes, you know, I don't know why they hate the port, 3CDC, and places like that. If they stayed out of everything, the stuff will still be sitting there. The houses will still be sitting there crumbling. Oh, my God. Who can buy the house from these landlords from out of town? All these folks jacking up the rent, not fixing up the houses, letting them crumble, and you still paying top rent. That's what black folks want to do, I guess. That's what he would like. Josh would like that. .1230 WDBZ. We are the buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you till 1230. The real Terrence Howard at 1230. Man, oh boy, I tell you. I wonder what my blood pressure is going to be when I get to where I'm going.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you should have taken some relief from me hosting.
Yeah, I am,
right?
man. You're a lifesaver today.
Oh, boy.
Man,
I don't know
I'm going to have to bring you a Lincoln Ware breakfast cup.
Boy.
With turkey, not
there you go.
Not pork.
No
Okay.
pork. That's right.
All
there
right.
you go.
All right. KZ Smith, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, Lincoln. I hope you and the real Terrence Howard are doing well.
Well, Terrence is doing okay. I'm not doing that great right about now, you know.
I keep you in my prayers, Doc. But you have a heck of a show, and so keep up the good work. But I called to talk about the Black Family Reunion kickoff this Thursday.
Yes.
They're kicking off with a blood drive from 12 noon to 6 p.m. at Corinthian Baptist. And then also will be followed at 7 o'clock by the speaker series with Pastor Otis Moss III.
Oh, yeah, Otis Moss.
The Trinity United Church of Christ in Chicago, where Pastor Jeremiah Wright used to be, who's President Obama's pastor. Mm-hmm. And so Otis Moss is, again, a heck of a speaker. And so I just want to invite everybody to come out for the blood drive, which is very much needed, and then followed by the speaker series of Pastor Otis Moss III.
All right, sounds good to me. We just had the lady from the Red Cross on talking about the blood drive that's going to take place on Thursday. Yes.
Yeah. All right, and that's it.
Well, KZ, good talking to you. And I was up there when they had the backpack giveaway, and that was a great event. Great event you guys had up there.
Very, very good time. Yeah, thank all the community for coming out, but also the different agencies that were partners.
Oh, man.
With it's called the Day of Blessing, and we served almost 1,000 families.
I know it, yeah.
And so we really appreciate everyone that participated in that. And also, Lincoln, you were there when we had the Live Well Cincinnati also, and didn't get as much because they thought it was going to rain for the Day of Blessing, but it didn't.
Yeah.
And so everything was good, but I truly appreciate all that you're doing.
And the best thing about that, let me just say this, the best thing about that was that more than one church, you had about 4, 5, 6 churches coming together, and you don't see that often.
And you're right. And also what you don't see is the person who really came up the brainchild was Pastor Brian Smith, when he was at Shiloh, Seventh-day Adventist, and he had called and asked if I would be willing to work with him on a day of blessing. And so he had a Seventh-day Adventist working with a Baptist kind of thing. And so, but also you have other churches as well that's a part of it, and Greater New Hope Baptist Church. You have the Church of the Risen Christ there on Section Road, which is actually my cousin who's the pastor there. Just trying to think right off. He has Zion Baptist in Avondale, and then trying to think of Christ Memorial, which is on Dale Road.
Okay.
And so again, you have other churches working with it, and so again, I appreciate everyone.
And you want to
that's
say
been a part of it.
You want to say thanks to the Seventh-day Adventist Church because they compromised and had the event on Saturday.
yeah. So again, really appreciate all that's going on.
Yes.
But I also want to encourage people to get also, the Black Family Reunion Parade.
Yes.
I know Tracy, said that the numbers are down in the parade because of the change of location, but truly we need to support the Black Family Reunion, and so if you can make it down for the parade, I know that would be very much appreciated as well.
Yes. I think the numbers would go up if she could make it form up there where you are at the county building and Corinthian. They could have the forming stages there and go through.
We offered it.
And that's okay.
I don't think she wants to leave from that part of the city.
Yeah.
We offered Bond Hill, and when she was there in Avondale, the Avondale Town Center.
Yeah.
That was a good one, but they were complaining that was taking up too much space in the town center. So when they were doing all the floats or getting the parade ready, it was just taking up too much space.
Yeah.
But we did offer.
There's a lot of space up there.
We will continue to offer.
A lot of space up there at the county building and your lot, the county building, and they could form right there and go through Bond Hill, and it would be great.
Well, I'll talk with Tracy Thursday about it.
All right. Sounds good. We'll talk to you. KZ Smith, thanks for your call.
All right, man. Take care.
I appreciate it. All right. Whew, man, I tell you. I see your guest is on. Holding on. Your guest is holding on, Terrence.
Yes, sir, and I appreciate it.
All right. You knew he wouldn't let you down. We knew he wouldn't let you down.
He's a great man. He's a wise teacher. He's very knowledgeable, and I appreciate him.
All right. Let's see. I'm looking at some of my messages here on the chat on YouTube. Don't forget you can check me out live every day on YouTube. You can go back and look at some of the old programs or go back and see what happened today in case you missed it. And I'm back up on the app, not the app, but the podcast again. We were down for some reason, but we're back up there now, and it's being loaded up every day. So you can go to the podcast, wherever you get your favorite podcast from, you'll find me there. And you can go to thebuzzcincy.com to see the show live, thebuzzcincy.com. And, of course, the almighty app, the next best thing since sliced bread, the app to hear the show. And, of course, 1230, The Buzz on your AM radio dial. And on some of these new cars, it's not easy to find the radio on these new cars here. But we're right there also. So that's going to pretty much wrap it up for me. Terrence Howard is coming in, do the last half hour for me. I will see you tomorrow morning. Oh, I've got on Thursday, I've got the chief of police coming in. Thursday, Chief Henney will be here in the studio on Thursday. So you don't want to miss the chief coming up on Thursday. But I'll be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., right here on 1230. Stay tuned for the real Terrence Howard coming up on 1230, The Buzz. It's one of Cincinnati's biggest family celebrations. Join 1230 The Buzz for the 38th Midwest Regional Black Family Reunion, presented by Tri-Health, Saturday, August 15th, and Sunday, August 16th, from noon until 8 at Sawyer Point. Enjoy the BFR Parade, great food, vendors, line dancing, DJs, karaoke, youth activities, and community resources. Plus, don't miss the national recording artist, Kenny Lattimore. All I do for you. Performing on Saturday, and national recording artist John P. Keith. performing Sunday. Admission is free. For more information, visit myblackfamilyreunion.org. That's myblackfamilyreunion.org. 1230, The Buzz.
Attention Hamilton County. The third annual Hamilton County Veterans Appreciation Day is coming to TQL Stadium Saturday, August 15th from 10 till 2. This free event honors local veterans and military families with food, entertainment, giveaways, family activities, and a large veteran resource fair. Most importantly, veterans can connect directly with experts to sign up for the benefits they've earned through their service. Join us for a day of connection, community, and support. Register today at hcvsc.org. The American Red Cross has declared a national blood crisis. Some critical blood types have fallen below a one-day supply. The situation is especially dire for type O blood. 51% of African Americans have type O blood. Join us for the Buzz and Black Family Reunion Blood Drive at the Corinthian Baptist Church, Thursday, August 13th from noon till 6. That's Thursday, August 13th from noon till 6 at the Corinthian Baptist Church. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule your blood donation appointment.
Hey, this is Lincoln Ware for Jeff Weiler Eastgate Used Car Mega Store. That's right, 9 different new car brands in one location. Not sure what make or model? No need to drive around town. We are one stop. Over 400 used cars on site. 400 used cars right there on site. All makes, models, sizes, and price ranges. Cars as low as $3,995 with payments as low as $79 and service inspection included. Guaranteed financing, no matter your past or present credit situation. We can get you approved. First-time buyer programs, college grants, incentives, lease, finance, or cash. Visit our friendly staff who are held to a high level of integrity ethics. Come on out to the Jeff Weiler Eastgate Used Car Mega Store, Route 32 in Batavia. Come on over, check us out, Jeff Weiler Eastgate Used Car Mega Store.
This is Dr. Taylor Porter from Idea Public Schools, father of 4, educator of thousands, and professional kid success obsessor. Listen, every parent wants more for their child. More opportunity, more support, more than, meh, school is fine. At Idea, we don't do fine. Your child joins a crew, a hype squad of teachers and teammates who refuse to let them fade into the background. No back row, no coasting, just confidence, connection, and big results. Like this, nearly 100% graduation every single year. Call 513-991-7445 to apply today. Idea Public Schools. We are crew, not passengers.
Spots are filling fast. Don't miss your chance to enroll today. Call Idea now at 513-991-7445 to speak with the team and secure your student seat. That's 513-991-7445. Or for quick, easy access, apply online anytime at ideapublicschools.org. That's ideapublicschools.org. A brighter future starts here. Apply today before seats are gone.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
I felt so alone. Scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
Did you miss something? Catch the rebroadcast.
Do it again.
For the full schedule, go to thebuzzcincy.com.
.30, The Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. It's the Lincoln Ware Show. I'm Terrence Howard, in for Lincoln Ware. Lincoln had to leave at 12:30. So here we are. Here we are. To the delight of some and to the booze of others, I'm here behind the mic. How about that? We got some help. Alicia came in
and she's on the ones and twos for the last half hour. And I appreciate Alicia coming in. I got a special guest, the Pharaoh. I asked if he could call in and share his wisdom, and he did. And I really appreciate the Pharaoh holding on. I'm going to get to him in just a moment. I wanted to also get your thoughts on something that's happening down in Louisiana. A man named Elvis Brooks. He's a black man who was wrongfully convicted of manslaughter. Down in Louisiana, he was exonerated. He spent decades in prison, and he is fighting to get his claim. $480,000 claim. So here's a quick audio about the story.
42 years in prison for a crime he did not commit, and they're only giving him $400,000. Meet Elvis Brooks. He's 69 years old, and he was born and raised in New Orleans' Lower Ninth Ward. Elvis was 19 years old when in July of 1977, he was falsely accused and convicted of a murder. A man named Cecil Lloyd was sitting in the Welcome Inn when an armed robbery took place and he was shot and killed. 3 white witnesses picked Elvis out of a photograph lineup, and police said that was good enough, and he was arrested, despite there being no DNA evidence, no fingerprint evidence, and a dozen people saying Elvis was at a family party during the time of the murder. Elvis was sentenced to life in prison and was sent to Angola, maybe the most dangerous penitentiary in the country. Elvis was spent 42 years in prison and would be released in October of 2019, and he would be exonerated in 2022. He applied for compensation for his time served in 2024, and he was eligible to receive $480,000, but Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill is fighting tooth and nail to make sure he doesn't get that money. She says despite all of the evidence, she thinks he's still guilty. The decision is ultimately up to the courts, who could take years to figure it out. Elvis is 69 years old. Life expectancy for a black man in Louisiana is 65 to 69 years old. Elvis has lost his parents, his 4 siblings, and his nephew. All but one of them passed away while he was in prison. And he said the first thing he would do with the money is buy them a bigger headstone.
So Elvis Brooks, he's 69 years old, from New Orleans. He spent decades in prison, 42 years in prison to be exact. And after a wrongful manslaughter conviction, he has been denied compensation from the state of Louisiana. Now, Brooks was relying on a Louisiana program that allows the state to compensate people who have been wrongfully convicted. Although Brooks was eligible to get up to $480,000 under the program, he hasn't received compensation. Now, keep this in mind. These are Republicans fighting not to pay what he is owed. These are Republicans. As a matter of fact, the Attorney General, Liz Murrill, she wants to reverse the exoneration. The man was found innocent. He spent all of these years in prison. She wants to reverse the exoneration as well as not pay what he's owed. So why hasn't Elvis Brooks received his compensation after being wrongfully convicted? Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill is fighting against Brooks' claims, saying that the New Orleans man is still guilty and he cannot receive any money, according to ProPublica. Murrill is still pushing the court to reinstate a manslaughter charge against Brooks, even though he was exonerated. She knows people are innocent, but she doesn't care. And that's what Brooks said about Murrill. She wouldn't want nobody to do this to one of her loved ones. In the past 2 years, Murrill has blocked 23 claims from people who have been seeking compensation for wrongful convictions. I can't think of an attorney general who has been quite as aggressive in trying to prevent people from getting compensation. Jeffrey Gutman, a professor at the George Washington University Law School. Some of the men who have been denied compensation were exonerated through DNA or blood evidence. In some cases, the court found that police fabricated the evidence. This is amazing. These folks are trying to put and keep innocent black people in prison. So what's next for Elvis Brooks? Although Brooks filed his application more than 2 years ago, a district court judge still hasn't heard his case, but he vows to keep fighting for himself. It's miserable and it's frustrating, the games they play, Brooks said. But if they think I'm going to give up or wave the white flag, they got me wrong. Herbert Lawson, an attorney representing exonerees, told ProPublica that the process to compensate exonerees is supposed to take months, not years. If they've got DNA evidence that points to somebody else, if they've got fingerprints that points to somebody else, if it looks like sloppy police work, then we should pay the money and not spend the next 2 years litigating it. So Brooks was arrested at the age of 19 in 1977 after a man named Cecil Lloyd was shot to death during a robbery at a bar. Police arrested the 19-year-old without any physical evidence linking him to the murder. Several people also said Brooks was at a family party during the shooting. However, there were 3 white witnesses that reviewed photographic lineup and picked Brooks as the suspect. The jury later found him guilty of first-degree murder. And keep this in mind, there were 12 witnesses who said that Mr. Brooks was at a party. But 3 white witnesses who saw the lineup were the ones that convicted. So the 3 white witnesses' word was taken over the 12 black witnesses. And 40 years later, Brooks cleared his name with DNA evidence. And while he is now free, the 69-year-old still aims to get his compensation. Even attorney Ben Crump, he chimed in on X. He said, Elvis Brooks spent 42 years in prison for a crime he says he didn't commit. Key fingerprint evidence that didn't match him was withheld by prosecutors, and now his conviction has been thrown out. And Louisiana's Attorney General says he is still guilty and is fighting to make sure he never sees a dime. So I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Do you think that the Louisiana Attorney General, Liz Murrow, is right from holding back and trying to reverse the exoneration of Mr. Brooks, or do you think that Mr. Brooks is right? I mean, he's been in prison almost my entire life. I mean, 42 years. 513-749-1230. In the meantime, I do have a special guest on the line. And, I didn't realize we were close to another break. Let's just go ahead and take a break a couple minutes early. And then when we come back from break, you can either call in and respond to the story about Mr. Brooks. But in the meantime, we will be enlightened by my good friend, the Pharaoh. 513-749-1230. Terrence Howard in for Lincoln Ware on the Lincoln Ware Show on 1230, The Buzz.
Lincoln Ware is on demand. On demand. That's right. Listen to the Lincoln Ware Show when you want. Oh, I like that. Get all the news and info, world events, entertainment, sports, and everything happening in and around Cincinnati and the tri-state. On demand. The Lincoln Ware Podcast. Go get it right now. Wherever you get your podcasts. Or go to thebuzzcincy.com and click on Lincoln Ware Rewind.
Whether you're from Roselawn or Walnut Hills, South Cummingsville or South Fairmount, our families and our community come first. We look out for each other. Greg Landsman fought to get us free preschool for 3- and 4-year-olds, so
All righty. Are we on YouTube? Okay. And we're out of program, right? Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, I thought that that Elvis Woods story was just, man, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. These Republicans, I just don't understand why black folks want to vote Republican. I just don't get it. They want to take your vote and then use the power that you give them to lock your butts up in prison. Lincoln has his chair up extra high, man. Woo. Feet. I got to have my feet on the floor. What's going on, chat? Let's see. I wonder why they treat you a certain way. Watch Pharaoh be upset. Ladies and gentlemen, get out your pen and pads and get ready to take notes. Terrence, please be pro-black, not like Lincoln, pro-white. Lincoln is vertically challenged. My feet have to touch the floor, man. If I had to break out and run, I can't drop the chair down and then run. You know, I got to be ready. Who's on line one?
AM The Buzz, your talk station.
.30, The Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. It's the Lincoln Ware Show. Terrence Howard in for Lincoln Ware. Lincoln had to leave at 12:30. So I'm here for the last half hour of the show. Before we went to break, I talked about Elvis Brooks. He spent 42 years in prison. He was exonerated, totally exonerated, and he's trying to get compensated. The Republicans down. The Republican prosecutor does not want to give him what he is owed. As a matter of fact, she wants to. Well, the Republican Attorney General, I'm sorry, she wants to remove the exoneration, reverse the exoneration, and withhold money from this man. And I think he's been wrong. He's been wrongfully convicted, and after he served all this time in prison, he's still being mistreated. If you want to comment on that. But right now, I have my special guest holding on, and like I said, I really appreciate him holding on. Pharaoh, the floor is yours, my friend. Thank you for calling in.
My pleasure, Terrence. The way I look at it is that what the Attorney General is doing down in Louisiana, it doesn't surprise me because it's a case of convicted in the womb.
Yes.
As a black person, you are, in America, you are guilty just the fact that you're black.
Yes.
You shouldn't even been born. That's the way these whites look at it. This is a case, it's similar to like President Trump. And you remember the Central Park 5.
Yes.
Even when it was proven that they did not commit the crime, Trump still said they were guilty. You took out a full-page ad criticizing them, saying how guilty they were. But when it was proven they weren't, you didn't renege and take out a full-page ad, about their exoneration, saying you were sorry. You said they still were guilty.
Yes, yes.
I mean, that is the nature of whites regarding African people. But we love them. We love white folks. We want to be around them. We want to rub elbows with them.
Well,
this man is trying to move into the river to get away from you.
Yeah.
But I want to live right next to Massa.
Yeah.
See? We need to change that mentality that we have.
Well, I do have to give credit to some in the white community that have joined us in our fight for civil rights.
Yeah, that's true. That's a few.
And they've helped to advance our causes. So I have to give them credit.
Right. But they're labeled, as an in lover.
Yes, yes.
So that's where that goes. And I've even had, when I was in college, I even had a few white professors even help me,
Yes.
But you know what they told me? Don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Because, if you tell people what I helped you with, I'll be labeled an in lover.
Yeah.
So let's just keep that between me and you.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, there are no absolutes. There's no 100%.
Yes, sir.
Right? Hating people, there
Yes,
are
sir.
some whites who, in spite of their racism, try to do the right thing.
Yes.
But when I speak, I'm speaking generally.
Yes, sir. Yes,
the way
sir.
they are.
Yes, sir. Now, I don't know if you had anything planned specifically to talk about, but I was wondering about your thoughts on the origin of Christianity.
The origin of Christianity.
Yes.
I'll tell you something. Like I said, whites said it years ago. If you want to keep something from a black person, put it in a book.
Yes.
And we play right up to that as African people.
Yes.
Like, for example, it says in the beginning in your Bible, God created the heavens and the earth. God created the heavens and the earth from the spoken word, according to the Bible. Is that not what it says?
Yes.
And God said, let there be light. And God said, and through the spoken word, everything came about. They never tell you, where did you get that from? They got it out of the Egyptian book from the Shabaka text or the Memphite theology, where creation comes about through the spoken word.
Mm-hmm.
See? But they don't tell you these things because we don't read nothing either as African people. See? We take what white folks say, but it's nothing but, as Dr. George G.M. James wrote a book entitled Stolen Legacy.
Yes.
Go back to 1954, when Dr. George G.M. James wrote that book, Stolen Legacy. And he documents so many of the things that white folks stole from us,
Yes.
but never gave us any credit for.
Yes.
Like, we look at things, they stole Egyptian things. Like, for example, you look at your dollar bill. I know people who are listening. I know you have $1 in your pocket. You pull it out, look at the dollar bill. What is the relevance of the pyramid on the dollar bill and the all-seeing eye on top of that pyramid?
Yes.
What is the relevance of that? See? That is known as the eye of Heru, or the eye of Horus.
Yes.
What is the significance of that? That goes back to Egypt. On your dollar bill, that pyramid and that all-seeing eye on the top of that pyramid on your dollar bill. But who takes the time to talk about or investigate the origin of that? See?
Yes.
Nobody. We just take it and run with it,
Yes.
And just figure that's just something they put on there. But they stole that out of Egypt and the meaning of it. But they don't tell you about it. This is what you get a lot of your secret societies, the Masons and this type of thing. This is their symbol. They use this.
Yes.
See? But we don't know nothing about that because we don't read nothing. We don't read, we don't study nothing. This is why whites always said, if you don't want a black person to know anything, put it in a book.
Yeah.
We ain't going to read it.
Yeah.
Take time to read. Stop running around living for the weekend. Where's the party at? Who got the weed? All we want to do is party.
Yes.
Sit your butt down and get you a book and learn about who you are. Learn about your contributions. Learn about what is happening in society today.
Yes.
And how to combat it. See? But we don't care about that. All I care about is where's the party? Who got the herb? That's all I care about.
Yeah.
You give a white person the newspaper, the average white, he'll read the headlines. He'll look at what's going on in the world. You know, he will look at the stock market. But give a black a newspaper, a Morning Inquirer.
Mm-hmm.
What he turns to, entertainment section. I want to know what movie's on at the show.
Yeah.
You know, then turn to the comic section. I want to see the comics, you know.
Well,
you know, what's happening this weekend.
Well, Pharaoh, now, would it be fair to say that we go towards entertainment just simply because of all of the stress that we're under, dealing with society, dealing with racism?
Yeah, that's true.
We kind of pull toward things that, and a lot of folks, they deal with their stress with alcohol and with weed. I'm not promoting it, but because of just, you know, societal pressures and issues, we use those things to deal with. Yeah.
I understand that. There's nothing wrong with entertainment. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling people not to have fun. But when that's all you live for, you're not concerned about what goes on in society. How is society oppressing you? How do you get around the oppression? What you need to do for yourself as well as for your people. When I'm living for the weekend, as the OJ said, you know? And that's where we are, you know? Live for the weekend, you know? Heck with political issues. Heck with voting. Just, it's all about a good time. See?
Yes. Yes. Let's see. Real quick, because we got about a couple of minutes left. Anything you want to expound on?
Well, I'll talk about something that I talked to Lincoln about a few days ago, and people called in. But I'll go back and talk about what Too Sweet said about me and Egypt.
Yes.
First of all, as Lincoln, as well as Too Sweet, Pharaoh, he wear, you know, his dashiki. I had never worn a dashiki. I wear, a lot of times, what is known as an African buba.
Mm-hmm.
See, they don't know nothing about that. Lincoln or Too Sweet know nothing about an African buba.
Yes.
That is what I wear.
Yes.
But Pharaoh wear his dashiki. No, I've never worn a dashiki.
Yes.
Something else Too Sweet said. He always talking about Egypt and this, that, and the other. The reason why I talk about Egypt is because all over Africa there were civilizations.
The blue one?
All over Africa there were civilizations. In every country you go in, civilization was going on. The reason why I mentioned Egypt is because Egypt is where it culminated at.
Yes.
In other countries, where you go in this country, learn that. You go in this country, learn this.
Yes.
Go in this country, they'll teach you about that.
Yeah.
But in Egypt, it all culminated. You can otherwise a one-stop shop.
Yes, sir.
Stay there and learn everything.
And Pharaoh, I apologize. We got to wrap it up, but I appreciate you calling in today. Call in tomorrow. I'll make sure Lincoln gives you a little time to stretch out because I did kind of cut your time short today, but I really appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, thank you, Terrence, for having me call in.
All right, now take care. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, you too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I appreciate you all. There we go. I appreciate you all listening. And hopefully I brought to your attention about Mr. Brooks, Elvis Brooks down in Louisiana. Check that out. In the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow. Lincoln will be back in the air chair at 10. Until then, we're out.
12:30 a.m. WDBZ, Cincinnati, an Urban One station.
Listen online on thebuzzcincy.com.
We are 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
At Urban One, we pride ourselves on supporting local and national Black-owned businesses throughout all of our radio markets. Since we began our Buy Black campaign, we like to spotlight some familiar and unfamiliar businesses in our communities. From arts and crafts, restaurants, clothing and apparel, heating, technology, electrical. One thing is true, Black folks have a business for everything you need, want, or could imagine. So let's show some love to all local and national Black-owned businesses, because when you spend money with the Black-owned business, you are helping your community as well as helping yourself. The businesses for this week are...
Big shout out to DTR, Dream to Reality at 7358 Compton Lake. Car Surgeon, give them a call, 513-485-0568. And Cincinnati Web Designs. Get in contact with them at cincinnatiwebdesign.com. Salute to these businesses and all the Black businesses in the Natty.
Live from the National Action Network corporate headquarters in New York, where injustice goes, he follows.
30 years ago, Yusuf Hawkins was the young 16-year-old brother killed for being in a white neighborhood in Brooklyn. I got
Okay, so, yeah, that was a kind of crazy what just happened there. But I just wanted to tell you all, thanks for listening. I don't know how long this after show is going to be, but looks like a lot of folks have left already, which is fine. I mean, a lot of people don't like to hear me on the radio. That's fine. It's all good. But anyway, I appreciate you and for hanging around. We'll be back tomorrow. What just happened? Let's see. Man, some crazy stuff behind the scenes happened. That's what it was. Thank you, James Muhammad. The Sumerian text is the oldest known writing on the planet. We love Terrence on the radio. Common Sense, appreciate you. I need to give a shout out to Nathan Ivey. Yesterday, he hit me up a couple times in the chat, and I was not reading the chat at the time to acknowledge him. So if anybody knows Nathan, let him know that I did acknowledge him, and then I appreciate him as well. That's my cat, man, Nathan Ivey. Great show, Terrence. Great show, Lincoln. I just filled in the last half hour. Let's see. Terrence Howard, you are good, bro. The chat appreciates your contribution. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Crazy stuff behind the scenes. Did Omar show up unannounced? Okay, twin. Terrence Howard, great half a show. Well, thank you, twin. I appreciate you. Mike. But black people claiming Africa as if they're claiming you. Read people. I'll give you some books. Great show, Lincoln. Oh, boy. Tell Lincoln he did a great show tomorrow. Tell him tomorrow. Brenda Harris, thank you. Oh, no, don't say that, twin. Don't say hell with Nathan Ivey. That's my dude, man. That's the homie. All right, so I hope you all have a great afternoon. Terrence is on the entire show. What does that mean? See, Terrence, you survived. It wasn't that bad. You know, time went by so quick. When I'm on the other side, the time goes by so slow. But when you're over here, time just speeds up. It's crazy how fast time goes over here. Terrence, that's an interesting article you brought up. Politicians need to get rid of prosecutorial immunity. You need your own show. Is what that's saying. Oh. We shall see, Brother James Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum. We appreciate you, Terrence. Excuse me, concerned citizen. Well, thank you. Great job, Clarence. Brett. Terrence Howard, next time, let Queen call in for 30 minutes. It helps my popcorn. T. Mikey G, if I could hit the rim shot for you, I would. I would be going for some meds if Queen called in for a half hour. I'll be looking for that Colt 45, malt liquor. Let's see. Did Kenny Lattimore ever call in? Kenny Lattimore did not call in. And I don't know why, but he didn't call in. Can we agree to disagree, Lindsay? But it's not. Okay. Terrence, maybe you should share that about that man that was very interested. You mean interesting? Interesting. Terrence, next time have Miss Nettie and Frog call in for 30 minutes. Oh, boy. Miss Nettie, I tell you. I don't know what her and Frog got going on. Egyptian American is not the same as African American. Why didn't Lincoln want to go straight to Kenny Lattimore instead of telling him to call back in 30 minutes? I don't understand the question. Kenny Lattimore was given the time to call in. He just never called in. Oh, I meant share it with Lincoln so we could talk about it. About the story of Elvis Brooks. Terrence, we love to hear your dating experiences. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. Matter of fact, I don't have any dating experience. I haven't dated in a while, so I have nothing. Terrence Howard, you have made a lot of folks forget about Raven and Emmanuel. Keep up the good work, the great work. Oh, boy. Listen, man, I appreciate Raven. She did an excellent job when she was here, and she's a better talk show host than I am. She's definitely a better talk show host than I am. Emmanuel, he could run the board and talk at the same time. So Emmanuel is highly skilled. He's way more skilled than I will ever be behind the board and behind the mic. Emmanuel was a phenomenal guy, man. I'm telling you. Very knowledgeable. Yes, about Elvis. Yes. Elvis Brooks in Louisiana. They're trying to. The man was exonerated. And the lady's trying to reverse the exoneration. It's crazy. And they're Republicans. They're Republicans doing this stuff. I just don't get why folks want to vote Republican when they're trying to do this stuff to you. Let's see. Raven and her mammy comment. Oh, boy, I don't know about that. Raven and Emmanuel kept Lincoln honest. Can Dave Stinger did a decent job, too. We love Sister Raven Monday and Brother Emmanuel Livingston. Yes, man. Terrence Howard, we're your neighbor with the boots. Twin, you just can't let that go, can you? Raven was a decent talk show host, but she was terrible behind the boards. Emmanuel was good, but you give Lincoln the respect that neither of them did. Well, I mean, you know, that's your opinion, and I'll just leave it at that. The Sumerian text. Let's see. You should check it out, or the Epic of Gilgamesh. You know, I got a lot of books, Lindsay Bowler, that I've had for years. I've read some, and I haven't had the chance to get back into it. One book, The World's 16 Crucified Saviors. I read that book, and that's where my journey started, I guess, in that book. How can the prosecutor keep fighting against what the court has already settled? That's a good question. I miss Emmanuel, not so much Raven. She was a rude young lady. I hate this. Listen, everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. And the reason why, I'm not saying that, let's see, how can I pretty much ran the board a lot longer than Raven did. And Emmanuel taught me. So if you think, in your opinion, that I'm better than Raven as far as running the board, then you can thank Emmanuel Livingston. He gets all the credit for that. I watched him for a long time. But I think Raven, she did a decent job for Lincoln. Let's see. Well, in my opinion, I like the two combination with you and Linky. Lincoln and I work well together. So, you know, we work well together. I don't think we've fallen out. I don't think we've had a disagreement on how I do things behind the scenes or anything. The only issue that Lincoln has with me, but I think it's all a joke, is when I do his impression, when I do my impression of Lincoln Ware, he has a problem with that. But I do that just to tease Lincoln. Like, I just do that just to tease him sometimes. But let's see. Terrence, who are your top 5 favorite singers of all time? We know Lincoln's taste. What kind of artists do you like? Man, top 5 singers? Ooh. I would say Charlie Wilson of the Gap Band is one. Let's see. Rick James. Of course, Whitney Houston and Luther. Chaka Khan. Oh, man. See, I really have to think about it. Heavy on the Nile Valleys. Been trying to get back to my Egyptian yoga. Okay. All ancient texts must be translated to modern English, so the reader is at the mercy of the translator. Man, that is true. Raven was too busy looking in the mirror and missing cues when Lincoln would go to break. You never miss a cue. I mean, like I said, I the only thing that would distinguish me from Raven is that I was taught by Emmanuel, and I ran the board longer. I don't know who taught Raven how to run the board, but I don't think it was Emmanuel. But then again, I may be wrong. Lincoln has a lot more patience with you. Raven can do some of the same things that you have done, and he would lose. Not answering the phones. Well, listen, no matter what I do, like with all the sound effects and stuff and all the teasing, I know that certain things are more important than others, right? Answering the phones, making sure Lincoln goes to break on time, certain things you have to prioritize over other things. Terrence Howard, since the Buzz can't play good old school music coming from a break, can you play Jimmy the Vest? Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Oh, man. I could do that, actually. T. Mikey G. That's funny. The Gap Band is coming to the Ludlow Garage. Really? Roscoe Totter. Oh, Lord. The Jews in the Making of America by George Cohen. A History of the Jews in England by Albert A. I need to look up some of this. Okay, I need to look that up. The Real Terrence Howard, this is the first time I've seen your face. LOL. Yes, I'm a light bright. Yes, I am. Let's see. You all have different styles. Raven went to broadcasting school. I went to broadcasting school. I went to Ohio Center for Broadcasting. They call it Ohio Media School now. I went to, let's see. Sound effect, great punchline. Yeah, all the sound effects, that's from Emmanuel, man. Emmanuel gets all the credit. Emmanuel gets all the credit, like the timing and all of that stuff. Emmanuel gets all the credit for that. Terrence, you are on point with the sound effects. I thought no one was better than Emmanuel with that, but your timing is great. Probably need to add a few more sound. I do need to add some sound. Give me a list of sound effects that you think I should add, because I'm looking to add more sound effects. Jews in Colonial Brazil by Arnold Winitzer. Okay. Can you play Jimmy the Vet then? Add Kung Fu Mike. Oh, boy. The Year the World Began, 1942, by Felipe Ferdinands. Okay, explains how global power. Man, Lindsay, boy, we got to link up, Lindsay. We got to link up, man. We got to link up. So you can give me a list of books to read. Emmanuel was great. I miss him and wish he could come back. Yeah, man. Emmanuel is the man. I'm telling you. James Muhammad said, hands off Sister Raven Monday and Brother Emmanuel Livingston. They both are ours. Why are you talking about her and she can't defend herself and she moved on doing other things? Just stop it. Are you addressing that to me, Shelley, or to someone else? Because I was responding to people talking about Raven. Add a sneezing sound effect for Rick Jr. You know, out of all the callers that Lincoln has, Rick Jr. is the only one I don't like. He's the only one I don't like because Rick Jr., he wants to call in and just talk about whatever the hell he wants to talk about as if we want to hear him talk about it, and we don't. Terrence Howard, let's hit up the strip club joint this weekend. Buffy the Body will be in the building. Twin, will your brother's Cadillac shoes get us in free into the strip club? You've been holding it down. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let's see. Sound effects that already fit Rick Jr. Boring. Grammar Butcher. I'm going to do my best. Twin. I'm thinking about adding some more, though. If you can give me a list. You can hit me up on Facebook. You leave an inbox on Facebook, on my Facebook page. How about that? Let's see, Sister V. Whoever it may concern. Okay. Folks, look up the history of Sedansville. Emmanuel and Raven, 2 peas in a pod. Let's see. Do you have the blocking sound effect for Lincoln whenever a politician shows up? He's the best blocker the Bengals ever had. I'm going to have to look that one up. We have it in another. We have it in the. We have another thing that we used to have sound effects in. And what do you call that machine? I forgot. It's not the Vox Pro. It's something else. I forgot what we call it. But I think it's in there. Let's see. I don't think Emmanuel would come back. I don't think Emmanuel would come back either. Clarence Howard, do you have any new T-shirt designs? Yes, I do, but I didn't know. How do you know I design T-shirts? How did you know that, Brent? Let's see. You took me back yesterday. Letters of George Jackson. Okay. So Brenda and Shelly, y'all got some back and forth going. Man, it is 22 after. You all are not going to keep me here much longer now. You got 5 more minutes, daggone it. Yeah. Terrence Howard, do you think Emmanuel and Nate Livingston have been caught by ICE? Why would they be caught by ICE? Can you explain why you can't play music on this format? Because, you're Sister V, Concerned Citizens. Okay. I'm like, why they keep saying Sister V? Are they talking to Sister V? Okay, Sister V, because YouTube is a whole different format. I mean, YouTube, and it comes with their own rules. And the rules are you can't play others. You can't play music from other artists. I mean, you just can't do it. If we play it, it will interrupt our streaming. If we just played it, YouTube would just cut the streaming off. And then, if we were monetized, YouTube would take our monetization and give it to the artists that we're playing the music of. So it's YouTube's platform. So we have to follow YouTube's rules. And as much as I hate it, I mean, it is what it is. Let's see here. You mentioned you design T-shirts. Oh, Clarence, I used to love when Emmanuel would hit the blocking sound effect. Terrence Howard, bring it back. I'll be looking for it. Terrence Howard, thanks for giving the chat some time. Lincoln runs out every day. So what can you just, wait a minute. So what you can play, wait a minute. So what you can just play the music. So what, hold on a second. I'm hearing something in my ear. Something happened with Al Sharpton there. Okay. Let's see here. Where do we go? Thanks for giving the chat some time. The sound effects for the Twilight Zone for Queen Bernadette and all the Longview recipients. Terrence, are you at liberty to say why the change was made to YouTube? YouTube sucks for the chat compared to Facebook. I think the reason why the change was made to YouTube was because of the monetization, because YouTube pays for videos and views. That's the big reason. They're trying to monetize every way they can. And YouTube is a big source of news and commentary, and I mean everyone is in all the media formats, whether it's your local news stations, your local radio stations, national news, the CNNs, the MS Nows, they all are on YouTube. All of those folks are on YouTube. So, and they're getting monetized, and they're making a lot of money. So we're just doing the same thing. That's all. Let's see. YouTube rules are dumb. But rules are rules. Has the station made more than $100 on monetization yet? I don't even know if they even monetize the station yet on YouTube. I don't even know if they've done that yet. We're past the qualifications to be monetized, as far as I know. We're over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure we're over 4,000 watch hours. I got to look into that. So that's what you need as of right now to get monetized on YouTube: 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Excuse me. Terrence Howard, how much Lincoln and the Buzz getting paid off YouTube? Find out. Where's your cut? What time does your day end at the station? It ended at 1. 1 o'clock. Let's see. So is YouTube cheaper? I guess I don't understand it. You mean cheaper? What do you mean cheaper? Come on, the station knew this years ago. YouTube, come on. They probably knew years ago, but they've just gotten serious about it, I guess. Let's see. Terrence Howard, a fart sound would be great for Speedo John. Some people have feelings about the fart sound. I'm not really, when I hear the fart sound, I don't really, don't find that entertaining. I think a lot of folks are like that. Not being able to play the soul classics during Lincoln's show has taken away from the show. I miss Lou Rawls, and I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree. A big part of Lincoln's show was the music. I used to take time and pick the songs, and it was a fun time, but it's a different time now. Lincoln Ware left early to get that YouTube check Taco Tuesday. Terrence, add Elmer Fudd. There's something screwy around here for Al. We have that one, Common Sense. We have that Elmer Fudd, something's awfully screwy around here. I've played that a few times. I'm waiting for you to get off the pot you're talking to Brenda. What time do you start your day? I have heard you got up early to work out. Yeah. So on the weekends now, I just keep all my weightlifting on the weekends, but during the week, I get up and just do cardio Monday through Friday. So I get up at 4, and then I'll go do some cardio, and then get ready for work after that. I don't like that sound effect either, the fart. Yeah, it just, When I was a kid, it was funny, but now as an adult, it's just not that funny. It's not funny to me as an adult. As a kid, yeah. Terrence, you kind of look like Elmer Fudd. I'll take it as a compliment. Fart appears in the 11th century London glossary. Farting, making strong contender for the. Tell Lincoln hook you up with one of them $2,000 cash cards from Jeff Weiler. Ron Dula, what did you say? Do my research. research. What did you say, Rondula? What am I supposed to do my research on? Did I miss something? Did I miss an earlier chat from you, Rondula? All righty. It is time for me to hit the road. I don't know if it's raining outside or somebody's calling. I don't know who that is. I don't know who's calling, but the show is over. Terrence, you staying on here talking to us, it makes me seem to really know you as a cool guy. Well, thank you, Willa Smith. Is that how I pronounce your name? Right? Okay, Willa. I'm not that bad. You know, I'm a decent person. I put my pants on one tentacle at a time, just like other normal people. Let's see. Terrence Howard, my last comment. Where? You're a good man, Brother Terrence Howard. Thank you, Brother James Muhammad. Thank you, Terrence. No rain. Okay. All righty. Well, I'm going to call it a day. I got to go and do some shopping before I go home. Go and spend my entire paycheck at Kroger buying some chicken wings and some corn or something. I don't know. But you all have a great, blessed day. Terrence Howard, I banned myself until further notice after the midterms. Why, twin? What? Twin, I think you've been drinking today. But anyway, I appreciate you, Terrence. If you stick around to 146, you will have broken your after show record. Terrence Howard, meet me at the back dock. Great job, Terrence. You are a great asset to the station and the community. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your comments there. But you all have a great rest of your day, and I really appreciate you checking me out. You know, I'm kind of regretting that I had Pharaoh on now because the conversation that I had, I was talking about, that could have taken the whole 30 minutes. And I was thinking, man, I got 30 minutes. How am I going to fill this time up? And when you're on this side, it just, time just goes by so fast. I don't get it. Let's see, Terrence Howard. Good job, Terrence. You are great. Okay. Thanks, Terrence. Great job. All right. Hang up on Rick Jr. All right. So you all have a great day. I got to run to the other side and turn off YouTube Live. But I just hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. And if you got any sound effects that you want me to play that I don't have, just hit me up on Facebook and drop it in my inbox. All right. Yes, your topic needed more time. Enjoy your day. Thank you, Sister V. Yeah, for some reason talking is just like now. Time going by now. It's after 1:30 already. So, anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day, and be careful out there. And we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye.